Good afternoon sa inyong lahat, mga kapuso. Welcome back inside Philo Eco Oil Center in San Juan City for another game day in your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day, and we are here in your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. This is Game On. My name is Martin Javier. Got you covered here alongside Mr. Pure Business and Pleasure, Anton Rojas, in this edition of the show. And this comes after our first game today kung saan nanalo ang Mapua Cardinals kontra sa Perpetual Alta 73-65 to get their second straight win of the competition. And is this their first winning streak? I think so. Yeah? O nakadalawang sunod din sila nung huli?
I think it hasn't gone to a 3-game winning streak, so it's not really considered as a streak, right? I mean, a back-to-back is not a streak yet, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I think Mapua back-to-back, but 3-game winning streak. They have yet to experience it this season. But Marts, you know what I'm getting right now is season 95 vibes. Nung una naging coach si Coach Randy Alcantara.
Nasa isip ko na yan kanina ng broadcast.
3 out of 6, diba, in the first round, and then 6 wins, 3 losses in the second round. They finished the eliminations 9-9, pero hindi pa rin sila umabot sa Final Four. But that has to be their mindset. They have to go 9-9 again if they want a chance of making it to the Final Four. Kasi sayang naman, last year, umabot na sila sa finals. They had almost exactly the same lineup. Unfortunately, some things happened. Arvin Gamboa got injured as well. Pero lumalaban pa rin. Hindi pa rin nawawalan ng loob itong kupunan ni Coach Randy Alcantara. You see how hard Warren Bonifacio is working. One of the best big men that we have in collegiate basketball. Look at that shot. Oh, it's not going to the left. It's going straight to the ring. So you know he's energized. You know he's motivated. You know he wants to get these wins for Mapua.
That's right. 14 points, 9 rebounds for that guy. And I'm more impressed with the unselfishness of this team at this point of the tournament. Kasi nung first few games natin, isa sila sa pinakamababa sa assists. Today, against Perpetual, they had 20 assists. So yung mga numbers yun ng College of St. Benilde, yung mga ganong klaseng 20 assists per game. So it's good to see them, passing the ball more, being unselfish, and finding the best shot available in each possession.
For Perpetual naman, I feel kind of sad because yun nga, you mentioned it earlier. Yung winning streaks you're waiting for these teams in the middle of the pack to try to come up with a run para umabot sila sa Final Four. But then even San Beda, nadapa against Perpetual, nakasungkit ng isa sa overtime, and then Perpetual, you think that after that morale-boosting win, the whole vibe would change, and then they are sent back down to earth. So, I mean, it's so hard to predict yung mga happenings dito sa NCAA. It's so hard for any team to come up with a winning streak, to make a run for the Final Four. But that's what makes the league so exciting. Kasi yun nga, we don't know what to expect.
Yun nga At binanggit mo rin, Ton, we don't know what to expect this season. Diba? Ang dami nating laban na sobrang ganda, nag-overtime. How many games went to overtime already? Maybe 4 games.
4 na, no?
4 games. So, very unpredictable yung results. And I think the difference lang, balikan ko yung sinabi mo doon nung season 95 natin. Because Mapua finished 6th that season. Just right behind the Benil Blazers, who also had a 9-9 record. Pero yung number 4 team, that year, 11 wins. That year though, meron tayong mga clear front runners. Etong season 98, parang hindi mo pa rin masabi. Diba? So, hanggang may chance kang humabol, manalo ka lang ng manalo, malay mo, umabot ka pa rin.
I mean, when did we ever think that, it would be a question as to whether teams are still afraid of San Beda?
Right.
Diba? I think this is the first year that we are rethinking whether the aura of invincibility for the Red Lions is still there. I just hope there are no Red Lions behind me right now. Baka mamaya lumapit na sila dito. What are you talking about?
Hindi, pero okay. Of course, this is still a rebuilding phase for the Red Lions with a new head coach in the fold. So, meron nakikita natin yung full potential nila, but it just some games, lalong-lalo na dito sa panimula ng second round natin, talaga nag-a-adjust pa rin sila.
The thing is though, I mean, it's funny when you say rebuilding. Kasi itong San Beda, we've always had this mindset na hindi sila nauubusan ng materyales.
Correct.
So it's never really a rebuilding year for them. It's always a year wherein they are contenders here in the NCAA. Pero yun nga, things have changed. And I think that's also why other teams have emerged because they know now that even Stevens, they know that, you know, it's like musical chairs. There are 4 seats and all these teams are dancing around these chairs and they're all trying to get to the chair as fast as they can. So that's the type of scene that I envision right now this year in season 98.
That's probably the greatest game of musical chair that I'm gonna see my entire life. Kasi syempre, dikitan pa rin. At okay, yung mga kalaban ngayon ng San Beda, EAC Generals, no pushovers as well. Parang nabuhayan din itong team na to, Anton. So, mamaya, titignan natin kung ano kaya yung magiging bakbakan nila.
Yeah, they're both coming off losses. And when teams are coming off losses, alam mong gutom sila eh. And especially this year, you would think na, okay, EAC is gonna feel discouraged.
Yeah.
Kasi pag tinignan mo yung team standings sila, isa pa lang yung panalo. Diba? So you would think, oh, this is a gone season, this is a let-go season. Pero nakikita mo, lumalaban pa rin. And again, I wanna stress si Nat Cosejo, nagbago yung kanyang buhay because of that life-changing All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, I'm gonna show it later in the graphics with Coach Topex Robinson when we get to work. We're gonna see just how much the numbers have become consistent for Cosejo because this is a guy that was only averaging about 13 points in the first round pero 2 20-point performances and then an 18-point performance in his last game.
Yep.
Ano eh, para sa akin I compare him and his career to yung player ng JRU dati si Michael Mabulak. Remember him? Parang ganun din yung laro niya. He moves in the paint. Wasn't really a standout like Cosejo here in the NCAA, just part of the rotation, pero naging MVP in his pro career. So I mean, I remember covering a league where he became the MVP and I was like, wait a minute, isn't this the guy from JRU? I mean, he wasn't that big before, but now, diba, he has proven his worth at iba na yung caliber niya. I think that's what can happen to Nat Cosejo.
That's right. Nako-cover ko na to sa professional leagues. Itong si Michael Mabulak. You know, he's usually one of the main guys of his team. Kahit ang mga kasama niya, mga alpha din. Pero that's a good comparison para dito kay Nat Cosejo. And again, he is looking to continue that against the Red Lions. But we mentioned earlier that we've had a lot of great games already in season 98. Pero ito, merong game na nangibabaw ngayong linggo. O ito, silipin natin sa ating Game of the Week. Panoorin natin.
Patindi ng patindi at lalong umiinit ang mga bakbakan sa hardcourt sapagkat malapit na tayo dumating sa Final Four ng NCAA Season 98 Men's Basketball Tournament. Ngunit kung may isang laro nung nakaraang linggo na talagang tumatak sa ating mga puso at isipan, yan ay ang naging laban ng Perpetual Altas at San Beda Red Lions noong Sabado, October 22. Importante ang larong ito sapagkat wala pa sa top 4 ng team standings ang dalawang kupunan. Dikit ang laban sa first 3 quarters at sa huling minuto, nagkasubukan ng tapang. Tabla sa 66 all ang score with 51.2 seconds remaining at nasa free throw line si Mark Denver Omega. Minintis niya ang dalawang free throw.
He misses both.
Tumira naman ng mga mid-range jumpers sina Gabriel Cometa at Jel Razon. Ngunit pareho silang sumablay.
Big time jumper miss. And
with 3.3 seconds left, nagkaroon ng tsansa ang San Beda na makuha ang panalo.
They go to Alfaro for the win.
Pero hindi na shoot ni Peter Alfaro ang game-winning 3.
We'll head to extra time. Woo!
Pumasok sa overtime ang laban at ito ang 4th overtime game ng torneo.
On the putback is good para kay John Avis to Baggio. Baggio's back, being crowded by 3 defenders.
Tumablan na naman ang score with less than a minute to go.
Puma puts it up. Napunta kay Avis. The putback, he gets fouled.
31.7 seconds na lang ang nalalabi nang umapak sa linya si John Avis. Naipasok niya ang mga free throws para lumamang ang Perpetual 72-70. Sa sumunod na possession, tinawagan ng traveling si Justin Sanchez
Violation.
at finaul na naman ng Red Lions si Abis. 2 out of 2 ulit si Abis at umakyat sa 4 ang lamang ng Altas 74-70.
Gets the ball back. Here's a 3 for the win. In and out.
Hindi nagminti sa free throw line si Abis in this game, going 9 for 9.
Avis.
Natapos ang laro sa score na 75-72. Tinalo ng Perpetual ang San Beda para umangat ang kanilang kartada sa 5-6. Ang Red Lions naman ay bumagsak sa 6-4. Career high 21 points ang ginawa ni John Abis. Samantalang si Mark Denver Omega naman ay nakakuha ng career high 22 rebounds.
Ball back. Here's the three for the win.
Makasaysayan at makapigil hininga. Itong tagumpay ng Perpetual laban sa San Beda ang ating NCAA Season 98 Game of the Week.
Game of the week natin between Perpetual and San Beda that went to overtime. Perpetual coming out on top and a huge win for the Altas against the Red Lions. Dung time na yun, panglimang panalo nila, 5-6. Only 1.5 games behind the San Beda Red Lions, pero dahil natalo sila kanina, 5-7 na ulit sila.
Yun na yung sinasabi ko, Martz di ba? I mean, coming off that win, you would think na, yan na, ito na, magsisimula na ng winning streak itong Perpetual, pero natalo kanina against Mapua. Yun yung mga sayang dito sa NCAA, yung walang kasiguraduhan.
Yeah.
Yun yung mindset dapat ng mga teams na there's no sure win. Wala yung titingin ka sa schedule tapos sasabihin mo, lista mo na tong panalo na to. Walang ganon dito sa NCAA. And that's why it's so fun to watch. And like, even this game right after us, I mean, you can't count EAC out. You can't just look at the team standings and be like, oh, this is a win for San Beda.
That's right. And in that game, balikan ko ulit yun. Perpetual San Beda, 3 career high yun ha. John Abis with 21 points, career high. Carlo Fileras, 16 points career high, pero topped it earlier with 22 points, bagong career high para sa kanya. At Mark Denver Omega with 22 rebounds.
Sipag.
Grabe yun.
Kaya proud na proud si Coach Hammer sa kanya
Ganun din kaya si Coach Hammer dati? Hindi ko sure.
No.
Hindi.
No.
Okay. Yeah, pero susunod, dahil pinag-uusapan na natin ang Perpetual Altas, susugurin naman natin yung kanilang dugout at syempre kakausapin natin ang halftime performer for Game 2 today. Yan po ay sa ating pagbabalik dito lang sa Game On!
Hip-hop with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Here's the game, yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports. Pusong kampiyon. Tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA games. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game.
Welcome back to the show. You guys are still watching your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. This is Game On, so inside of Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. Okay, nandito pa rin tayo sa ating Tuesday doubleheader right in between it. At ngayon, kasama natin ang magpo-perform for our second game. Halftime performer natin siya dito sa NCAA. Nandito si Psalms David. Hello, Psalms.
Hi, Kuya Martin. Hi, everyone.
Ayan po, Psalms David. Pang-ilan balik mo na sa NCAA ulit? Pang-ilan na to eh?
Pang-ilan na ba to?
Oo.
Siguro,
Lagi kasi kayo nakagrupo eh, di ba?
mga pang-apat.
Pang-apat na
Mga
beses
ganun
na.
na.
Okay, Psalms, iba naman itatanong ko sa'yo ngayon. Kasi syempre, marami na akong natanong sa'yo dati eh. Ngayon naman, let's talk about your origin story. Sabi mo sa akin kanina, off-cam, alumnus ka ng The Clash.
Yes.
Diba?
The Clash Season 1.
The Clash Season 1.
Yes.
How old were you when you joined The Clash?
17.
Wow! Okay, 17
Bagets
years old. Bagets na bagets pa. Pero, bago ka sumali doon, marami ka na bang experience sa pagkanta?
No, actually, it was my first
Whoa.
contest ever.
Oh.
Kahit mga contest sa barangay, never ako sumali.
Hindi
Sa
sumali.
schools, never. First ko yung The Clash. And ayun, it went great naman.
So, oo nga, kamusta yun? Kasi usually, syempre, nagsisimula yan sa mga barangay para maka-experience ka ng ng
mature
singing on
contest,
stage.
yeah.
Oo, 'di ba? Pero yun, big stage yun on national TV sa GMA network. Kamusta yung journey na yan para sa'yo?
Siyempre nakakakaba at first, pero liberating kasi yung feeling since siguro ito na rin yung naging dream ko parang secretly. Kasi more on academic yung parents ko eh. So, parang pangarap ko siya secretly pero sinuportahan naman nila ako. And it was a fun journey. Ang dami ko natutunan. Hindi lang sa pagkanta but sa buhay din. I've met a lot of good people. I've made my own group of friends na hanggang ngayon close ko pa rin. Yung mga nagpo-perform din dito sa NCAA.
Yeah, maraming ang The Clash alumni, pati yung mga champions nagpo-perform dito sa NCAA. Pero Sams, paano ka naman nahilig sa pagkanta? Ilang taon ka ba nung nagsimula kang kumanta?
Well, according to my parents, 3 pa lang daw ako makanta na ako. Pero medyo late bloomer ako sa pag-perform eh. Kasi nag-start ako mag-perform siguro grade 10. Hindi pa ako willing gawin yun nun. Parang sinabihan lang ako na kailangan mag-represent ng isang kumakanta sa klase namin. Sa school, yun yung first ever stage performance ko. Tapos after nun, The Clash na ata.
Oh, yun lang dalawa.
Yun.
Wow, kasi yung iba, alam ko syempre sa Pilipinas, daming singer, daming magandang boses. Usually, pag may intention ka maging singer, nag-aaral yan eh. You know, they enter and they take professional training for singing,
Yeah.
yung mga voice trainings, voice lessons. Ikaw?
Actually, yun yung naging reason ko kung ba't ako sumaya ng The Clash. Kasi meron siyang workshop na kasama. So, parang sa akin, if manalo ako, thank you Lord. If di ako manalo, okay lang kasi nakapag-workshop ako. Yun lang talaga yung gusto ko nun.
Nahasa ka.
Nahasa ako.
At kasama
And even
mo mga
after The Clash,
magaling.
nahasa pa rin ako kasi nagbigay yung GMA ng a lot of workshops. Not just singing, meron dancing, acting, meron pang personality development, meron pang hosting, meron pa styling, camera, photo, ang dami. Parang school na siya.
Oo. Ito na yung school mo. Dahil sabi mo, academic
totoo.
and business. So, ito na yung medyo nagiging school mo within the network. Pero Sams, sige, ano nga abangan namin kay Sams David na susunod?
Pwede ko na ba sabihin, pero we're planning something. We're planning to release a new self-written single.
Wow.
And ayun, I hope abangan nyo po mga kapuso. And I hope i-stream nyo po yung latest single ko na Kaulayaw, available on all digital platforms worldwide. And ako rin po yung nagsulat ng kanta na yun.
Oh, sama mo na social media ni Sams
Ayun,
David.
please don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts at I'm Sams David lahat.
Yun. Oh, simpleng-simple. Across social media,
Lahat.
lahat yun. I am
I'm
Sams
Sams
David.
David.
Okay. Sams, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you so much.
And good luck later.
Thank you. Abangan nyo po yan mga kapuso.
Sa performance niya later on, halftime ng Game 2 natin between EAC kontra San Beda. Pero ngayon po, as promised, papakita na natin ang ating dugout raid with the Perpetual Altas. Let's all watch this.
Dito nangyayari ang kanilang mga preparasyon at dito rin kaya natin hahalukayin ang kanilang mga emosyon. Dugout raid na ba ito? Game on! Anong ginagawa mo usually dito sa loob ng dugout ng Perpetual?
Hindi po ako kumain ng lunch kaya kakain po.
Yan, kumakain siya. So, eto ba? Favorite mo ba to? Ano ba to? Kwentuhan mo naman kami.
Fried chicken po, tas pork chop.
Favorite mo ba yan?
Opo, araw-araw po namin naulam to eh. Araw-araw po namin naulam to eh.
Hindi mo papalit.
Nagpapalit din po adobo.
Ano mo nagre-reklamo ka ata eh. From a rookie, we are now here with Richard Movida. Hi Richard, how are you?
Good.
Good. I feel like you're doing good because you're eating a lot right now. What are you eating?
Just pork chop and fried chicken.
Is that your favorite?
We had no choice, but it was
No choice. But if you had a choice, what would be your food for today?
I'm kind of craving pasta right now, so yeah.
You're craving for pasta. Is it carbonara or what kind?
Yeah, carbonara would be fine.
All right. So what do you usually do for your pre-game ritual here inside the dugout?
Usually just listen to music.
Okay, listening to music. What kind of music? Do you have any favorite genre or favorite song or artist?
Don't. Bryson Tiller.
Wow, okay. I don't know that song, but good luck later, Richard. Okay, let's move on. Kamusta ka naman?
Okay lang.
Parang inaway mo ako kagabi ah. Okay, so ano, kalma ka lang. Anong favorite pre-game ritual mo? Yung ginagawa mo usually dito sa loob ng dugout?
Kumain ng apple.
Apple? Bakit? Anong sustansya ba galing dyan sa apple na yan?
Sabi kasi, 1 apple a day keeps a doctor away.
Okay, we are now here with Leon Martel. Ito, favorite ko to. Leon, bakit ka nakaupo dito? Anong ginagawa mo?
Nagpe-prepare para sa game, nagpapatape para maiwasan yung mga ankle injuries.
Pero ano pang ibang usually ginagawa mo pre-game?
Una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat sa Panginoon, nagpe-pray. Kasi nga, sa mga gandang araw at saka sa bagong opportunity. Ganun po.
Siyempre, hi naman kay Kuya. Minamasahe ko. Hi, Kuya.
Hi, Kuya.
Nakiba nagpapamasahe to si Leon sa'yo.
Opo.
Bakit mo pinagbibigyan? Napapagod ka.
Hindi, okay lang po.
Para sa'yo, kagaganda ng laro niya po.
Win.
Thank you ka naman kay Kuya.
Thank you, Kuya Ace. Mahal na mahal po kita.
Ayan, thank you so much, Leon Martel. Ano yung usually pre-game ritual na ginagawa mo?
Wala lang, pinapahinga ko lang yung utak ko, kumbaga para makafocus sa game, ganun.
So parang nagme-meditate ka ba?
Oo, parang ganun lang.
Okay, so pag nagme-meditate ka, anong iniisip mo?
Yung
Sample nga, sige, pikit ka, tapos pipikit, tapos...
iniisip na yung kung anong gagawin sa game mamaya.
Mga ka-NC, kasama naman natin si Christian Pagaran. Siya yung namimigay right now ng mga jerseys and the shorts ng Perpetual Autos team. Why? Ba't ikaw naatasan dyan?
Kasi para makatulong po sa kanila po.
Oo naman, napaka-selfless naman to ni... Kaya nga Christian yung pangalan niya, no? Nila, ikaw ba laban na?
Hindi po,
Naman. So parang ikaw lang talaga nagbibigay. Ito talaga laging task mong every game.
Yes po.
Kay Richard! Wow, para magdamit naman siya. Kay Cyrus ni Tura, a.k.a. The Virus. Tama ba? The Virus? Bakit ka nga daw The Virus?
Sa ano po sa ligang labas po yun eh.
Ba't namumula ka?
Wala na talaga.
Sumasayaw! Okay, sige, tara! Tara! Halika! O, dali, sayaw ka. Game! 1, 2, 3! Parang may mali dun sa sayaw. At yan na po ang mga ganap sa loob ng dugout ng Perpetual Altas. Abangan niyo po kami sa mga susunod pa na pagsilip. This is Ann Gabriel para sa dugout raid ng Game On!
Correction That is Ann Gabriel 2.0.
2.0?
Diba? Other side of Ann, pinapakita niya sa atin dito.
Alam mo, Marts, para sa akin, mas energetic si Anong nakaraan eh. Mas energetic siya dun sa letran eh. Yun that's
Talaga,
my opinion.
talaga.
I don't know about
Okay.
you guys, but yun na yung napansin ko.
Narinig mo yun So, may napansing, constructive to? Criticism on live TV. Bakit kaya nawala ng slight yung sigla ni Ann? Biro lang, meron maganda pa rin yung ginawa dyan ni Ann Gabriel. And of course, we got to know the Perpetual Autos a little bit more. Lalong-lalo na, syempre, bago mag-game, nasa dugout sila, paano kaya sila nagpe-prepare, o kaya paano kaya sila, napupunta sa focus nila. Pero yung iba doon, iba-iba yung ritual no?
Oh, si Richard, kumakain. Si Nitura, hinihila pa ni Ann.
Oo.
Diba? Si Pagaran, nakatayo. Tinitignan yung shorts. Diba? Well, I mean, it just goes to show na yung Perpetual very welcoming and we're super thankful to everybody there, especially Boss Anton Tamayo, Miss Rose, everybody sa lahat ng mga nanonood from Perpetual. Thank you so much and you make it easier for us, 'di ba? Like when you allow si mga katulad ni Ann to do those dugout raids.
Oo. Hindi yun yung attorney to be Ann Gabriel na usually nakikita natin at courtside dito sa NCAA. Siyempre may konting kulik. That's the fun side of Miss Ann dyan sa Perpetual. Yan, nagpapasalamat tayo sa team nila. And we hope that they can get back on the winning track in their next game because again, this is a long second round ahead of us. Anton, ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari, marami pang pwedeng makahabol at sumira at gumulo ng ating Final Four picture.
One game I'm looking forward to this weekend is the San Beda Benil game, actually.
Yeah.
On Saturday. And that's not like overlooking San Beda's game right now, but like Diba?
Because of the battle that they had in the first round.
In the first round. And I mean, Benilde is doing so well right now. So there is that mindset and that narrative na sino ba makakatalo dito sa mga to? Because this is the year that they want to make it to the Final Four. They're trying to manifest that type of situation for them. It hasn't happened since the time of Sunday Salvacion.
Yep.
Diba? And then Will Gozum, he has a chance to become the first Benilde Blazers MVP since Jay Sagat.
Yep.
Grabe. So, season 81 pa yun. Okay, this was before the San Beda season 82 era started with the arrival of Sam Ekwe. That was the last time na nagka-MVP ang Benilde Blazers. So, I mean, daming pwede mangyari for them.
Yan yung sinabi sa akin ni Big Bo Belga na bilib siya na si Jay Sagat yung naging MVP kasi may Ekwe na noon at marami ng prominent bigs noon. But, you know, despite everyone there, siya yung isa sa mga nag-MVP in that era. But that was a long time ago. Benilde looking to get back to the promised land. Dalawa pa lang nakakatalo sa kanila this season. And one of the teams na nakatalo sa kanila will be in action for our second game today, the EAC Generals. Yan po ang featured sa ating second game.
Nice setup there, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice setup there.
Thank you. I saw it and I grabbed it. Pero yun yung second game natin, EAC kontra San Beda. Abangan nyo po, magandang action to. Kasi EAC Generals, don't be fooled by their record so far kasi maganda yung tinatakbo nila, especially in their past few games. The San Beda Red Lions, on the other hand, are hungrier and they want to bounce back after that heartbreaking loss against Perpetual. And of course, taking you through that game is Mr. Pure Business and Pleasure. Sino bang kasama mo dyan, Anton?
You know, I just wish Julia or Bailey's were here to help us introduce this guy because, I mean, we've done many variations of how to introduce him. But okay, let's try again, Martin.
Oh, sige.
Coming up next to cover this game with me, yours truly, Mr. PB and Pleasure, is a guy who's also very serious, but deep inside his heart of hearts is a man who loves, serves, and cares. Topex Robinson.
Asan ba? Meron pa tayong pabida ni Coach Topex. Wow!
Oh, no! Wait. What?
Coach Topex,
I just said love, serve, care. What is this about?
the last 2 weeks, medyo intense si Coach Topex. Grabe intensity ni Coach
Nasa
Topex.
loob pala ang kulo.
Oo. Pero lumalabak. Usually relax lang si Coach Pero recent weeks, parang gigil.
Ang daming bumabaril dito sa NCAA. Si Coach Topex, I did not expect him to be part of that list.
Ako rin eh. Dapat ang intro ko sa kanya dati, one of the best minds in Philippine basketball. Ganon. Pero iba talaga yung intensity ni Coach Topex at nadadala niya yan. Siyempre sa commentary, mas spicy din yung commentary.
I think I'm excited now to work with that version of Coach Topex.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tignan natin. Mamaya po, Mr. Pure Business and Pleasure, Anton Rojas and Coach Topex Robinson to take you through that game between EAC and San Beda. But this has been Martin Javier saying thank you for joining this edition of the show. This has been your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. This is Game On!
Pusong Kampiyon! Tayo'y may Pusong Kampiyon! There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA games. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game videos at team rosters and box scores. Walang iwanan online sa Season 98 ng NCAA. Achieve greatness every day. The players to watch and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon on Cheat TV. Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Here's the goal, yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports. Pusong kampiyon, tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA game. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game videos at team rosters and box scores. Walang iwanan online sa Season 98 ng NCAA. Achieve greatness every day. The players to watch and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon on GTV.
How's the first day back for everybody?
It was great to see everyone. I think we were all happy to be back together.
We will never get lost because we have our parents.
Kumusta, Alexandra? Salamat at nakapunta ka rito.
Mga kapuso, nagbabalik po tayo dito sa loob ng Phil Oil Eco Oil Center sa dakilang lungsod ng San Juan para sa pagpapatuloy ng men's basketball tournament ng NCAA Season 98. At pagkatapos magtagumpay ng Mapua Cardinals kontra sa Perpetual Alta sa ating unang laro, ngayon naman mapapanood natin ang San Beda University Red Lions na haharap sa EAC Generals. Yan po ang final score ng ating unang laro. At ngayon naman, it will be Alan Liwag and his Generals taking on James Kwekute and the Red Lions as James will try to bounce back from a day to forget in their last loss dito sa NCAA. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga kapuso natin na nanonood ngayon sa GTV and everybody watching worldwide via GMA News TV and everybody watching also via our social media accounts on YouTube sa GMA Sports PH and of course NCAA Philippines. I'm Anton Rojas, joined of course once again by Coach Topex Robinson. Is that still you, Coach Topex? Because earlier you were shooting everybody.
Hey, this is the final of the NCAA. You have to innovate. You have to go with the times. Good afternoon, Anton, and welcome to another basketball here in the NCAA.
Okay, yes, you are still you, Coach
Yes, sir.
Topex Robinson, and we are going to break down what should be a very good matchup between EAC and San Beda. So let's bring in our courtside reporters for today. Reporting for the EAC side, makakasama natin the boy with the fade, Bailey's Akot. You know, we were talking about the trends the other day, so Bailey's was the first to do that. And of course, on the other side naman, si Miss 10 out of 10, Julia Ong, who joined us in our last Sunday's Game On episode. It's great to see you, Julia, and great to see you again, Baileys. And we will get back to you in just a bit. Coach Topex, silipin natin ang team standings ngayon. Even though EAC is at the bottom, mathematically, they still have a chance to make it to the Final Four. And if you're San Beda, you do not want to lose again, especially to a team that is trailing you and is situated at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, at this point, Anton, if you're EAC, again, a lot of crazy things has happened here in the NCAA for the longest time. So you want to keep your hopes up. While ito namang San Beda, just like what you mentioned, it's kind of bunched up in there. So yung isang panalo could mean a lot. losing could also mean a lot. So you don't want to be on the bottom end if you're San Beda.
Now let's go back to the first game of San Beda at itong EAC. It was a game to forget for the team of Coach Oliver Bunyi dahil dinomina ng San Beda itong EAC. But this was during the time na hindi pa nagigising si Nat Cosejo. This was before he had that life-changing weekend nung siya'y hinirang bilang GMA NCAA All-Star Game. But San Beda, Coach Topex, they were just clicking on all cylinders. Pag ganito yung inilalaro ng mga bedista, they are very tough to stop.
Tough to stop really is itong San Beda during that first encounter that they had. At the start of the ball game pa lang, Anton, they already were up by 25 points and they just went cruising all the way to finish that game against EAC.
They knocked down 16 three-pointers in this game, and that's something they've been trying to develop along with the Binil Blazers na nakikita natin na tuwing sila nag-warm up, pati yung mga big men nila tumitira na mula sa labas. You see the top performers from both San Beda and EAC, but now let's focus our attention on the EAC side at pag-usapan yung kanilang naging huling laro, which was against Mapua last October 22. They lost that game by 10 points. But EAC had some positive things to look at when they saw the stat sheet. Nilamangan nila yung Mapua sa assist and they had more perimeter points than the Cardinals.
Itong EAC came out like a house on fire, Anton, starting off with a 15-point lead. Doon pa lang sa game na yun. Kaya talagang you saw flashes of brilliance para sa koponan ni Coach Oliver Bunyi. Ang naging problema lang dito, Anton, come third quarter, they only scored 10 points and they gave up 27 points. Kinda typical with the young team na ang lakas ng energy mo at the start, tapos as you get figured out na hindi ka na naka-adjust, so you got lost in that huddle. But again, bright side for them, obviously we're talking about Nat Cosejo. He's really something that I'm sure the Generals could be one of the cornerstones together with Liwag. So there's a lot of promise in this team with the EAC Generals. So tingnan natin ngayon, Anton, playing against San Beda, are we gonna see the same thing with Nat Cosejo? You mentioned him earlier, how solid he was during the first round, during the All-Star. Tingnan natin ngayon.
Actually, I will correct myself. Sinabi ko kasi kanina sa game on, nung first round, 13 points per game yung kanyang average. But as you saw in the graphics, it was actually just 9. At umangat na sa 13.5. Yun yung official average niya as of right now. So, everything has changed for this power forward na si Nat Cosejo. The question is na lang, Coach Topex, is will he be consistent and can he do it against a quality team like San Beda?
That's a good question to ask, Anton, and let's see now because, again, based on the last game, yes, he questionable. Mapua has a lot of solid big men also, but he was kind of able to cover his ground and hold that position. But etong koponan naman ngayon ng San Beda, mas loaded yung big men ito. And a lot of things has to happen here for him to really be covering. But again, this is just us talking about it. It's up to him how he's going to prove himself in this basketball game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Topex, Bailey's Akot was able to speak to Nat Cosejo before this game, and Bailey's will tell us right now what they talked about. Bailey?
Yes, Anton, Coach Topex, I was able to talk to the EAC General. Like you mentioned, the main gunner and one of the veterans, the NCAA Season 98 All-Star, Nat Cosejo. I asked Nat, just for a different scenery, ano na naman yung pinaka-long-term goal niya sa basketball? You know, just setting aside this game, setting aside the standings, the league, and the team. Sabi sa akin ni Nat that his long-term goal, his plan A, is to go pro or even if given the chance to play overseas. He wants his bread and butter to be basketball. He wants to play basketball until he's 40, until his knees fall off, and that's the bread and butter na gusto yung maging ni Nat Cosejo. Pero natanong ko naman si Nat na hindi naman lahat ng plan A natutupad sa buhay. Sabi niya ang plan B niya as a marketing student of EAC and as one of the isa kasi siyang lumaki siya sa Lukban, Quezon Province, where he grew up learning and growing in the business of his family in the meat shop industry. So he wants to put up a meat shop industry, store or branch all around the country eventually and grow this business. And going back to his plan A, sabi naman ni Nat na the way to achieve his plan A of going pro or going overseas is his hard work and his consistency. He wants to lead also by example sa kanyang mga teammates, give it his all and take one game at a time, like what Coach Topex said. Crazy things happen in the NCAA, and so we'll see in this game. Anton and Coach Topex.
So, Baileys, marami palang plano itong si Nat Cosejo aside from Plan A, which is to continue his basketball career. Ngayon, Coach Topex, ang tanong para kay Nat Cosejo, kung magpa-pro siya, can he either play for you or play against a team that you're coaching or play against Bo Belga na nanonood ngayon?
That's gonna be a big question, Anton. But itong games na darating, it could be your leverage. You kind of could test the waters kung nasaan ka na ba as far as your career is concerned. Because again, a few games could really put you out there, your name out there, but consistency again is gonna put you way above the rest in this league.
By the way, humihirit si Bo Belga, sinasabi niya magkalaban daw kayo bukas.
Wala akong sasabihin sa kanya. Tingnan natin bukas. Ayoko masyado hito si Bo Masyado mainit So, tingnan na lang natin.
Okay, pag-usapan muna natin, Coach Topex, itong San Beda University Red Lions as we see. This was a game to forget, especially for James Quecote. Ito yung game na umabot sa overtime, the fourth overtime here in Season 98.
It was really a struggle if you're going to talk about James Quecote. Again, he really struggled a lot. He was 2 of 7 from the field during the game na to. But again, I would say forget or remember what's important. It's what's in front of you. He has an opportunity now to lift this team up. Obviously, he's the focal point of the offense of San Beda. He's the leader of that team. So wherever he goes, the rest will follow.
So just imagine, Coach Topex, if James put up his usual numbers, we will be talking very differently now. Kasi nga umabot sa overtime yung laro at 3 lang yung lamang ng Perpetual against San Beda during that loss by the Red Lions. But the players na who performed in that game, Peter Alfaro, he actually had a chance to win the game in the end with a 3-point shot. Yun nga lang, hindi na na-shoot from the top of the key. But there were other guys who contributed as well.
Again, solid numbers pa rin tayo kay Bayo. Obviously, you mentioned Alfaro. He was the beneficiary of the defense that Perpetual put in because majority of the time, Anton, Perpetual opted to go zone. Kaya nawala ng rhythm ang mga players ni Coach Yuris Cueta. One thing there is itong si James Quecote, but sayang din yung tira ni Sanchez. Could have won the game for them, but again, a lot of things has happened here. But what's important right now for them, as we're seeing Red right now, is consistency sa kanyang mga manlalaro. One thing that's missing there, obviously, is James Quecote. But again, there's a lot of numbers there or players there that would really help out, especially playing against EAC right now.
And I'm guessing that James and the Red Lions are seeing red right now because they have to be pumped up and ready to go against the EAC Generals. Let's go now to Julia Ong to tell us more from the San Beda side. Jules?
Anton and Coach Topex, as the season continues, the San Beda Red Lions admits that they cannot afford to lose anymore. In their last game, the mistake they saw was more on rebounds. Kaya naman sabi nga ni JB Bahio sa akin na he wants to see their other big step up like Alex Vicer, Cliff Hopia at Dami Contapay. Kasi dahil magiging malaki daw ang tulong ng mga ito hindi lamang sa rebounds, pati na rin sa depensa. Makonect ko lang na itong si Dami ay mahilig nga pala sa anime. Kaya nga diba sabi ni Captain Hakagi ng Slam Dunk, rebounds wins game. So thoughts on this, Anton and Coach Topex?
Wow, pinasok mo pa yun yung anime. Nanonood ka ba nun, Coach Topex?
Sorry.
Coach Topex cannot relate,
sorry.
guys.
Puro pamarmaril na lang yan. Hindi na masyado nakatulog ng anime.
Isipin mo na lang si Akagi, parang si Coach Hammer, pag nag-rebound, sobrang galit. Yeah.
Puno-puno ng energy.
Silipin natin yung team matchup ngayon. Actually, featured matchup between the two premier power forwards here in the league. It is Nat Cosejo and JB Bahio.
Again, that's going to be a good matchup looking at these two premier power forwards for both of these teams. Solid numbers. Obviously, JB Bahio being the more veteran in this matchup, while ito naman si Cosejo, obviously, still a work in progress. So see how he's going to square off, and I'm going to guarantee you guys it's going to be an exacting matchup.
This is a matchup between two of the very best at their position, and right now, kikilalanin natin kung sino ba mauna para sa EAC at San Beda as we turn it over to our venue announcer.
Ito po ang inyong NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Live ngayon sa GTV Worldwide sa pamamagitan ng GMA Pinoy TV at GMA News TV International. At may live streaming pa sa gmanetwork.com, NCAA Philippines website, at sa YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Welcome back to the Phil Oil Echo Oil Center as we continue with the elimination round in today's main game, featuring our host, the Emilio Aguinaldo College in the San Beda University in Season 98 Men's Basketball of your NCAA. Let's first call out the starters of your EAC Generals.
Ayan po ang unang lima ni Coach Oliver Bunyi. You have JP Maguliano, Alan Liwag, Art Cosa, JC Luciano, at syempre, number 31, stepping up as of late, Mac Baloa. Ayan ang starting five. Nahaharap naman dito sa grupo ni Coach Yuri Escueta at ng San Beda Red Lions who are looking to bounce back today. Dami Contapay is the man in the middle. Makakasama niya si JB Bahio at Tony Inot. That makes up the front line. And of course, the backcourt, James Cuecote and Peter Alfaro. Our referees, Celeste Bagyon and Tabora. Toti Celeste, of course, FIBA International referee. Siya po ang mauna sa trio ng ating referees on this Tuesday. Maraming salamat mga kapuso sa inyong pagtutok ngayon. Anton Ross together with Coach Topex Robinson calling the shots and working with us at courtside. Of course, Bailey's Akot and Julia Ong reporting for EAC and San Beda respectively. Now, Coach Topex, can you just imagine the type of practices San Beda had to endure after that loss against Perpetual and, of course, leading into this important matchup against EAC?
I'm sure with Coach Yuri leading that way for San Beda, you're going to hear a lot of adjustmts, a lot of corrections, but another time is a lot of advice to his players. He's been really a positive figure for the San Beda team, and I'm sure how encouraging is it going to be for them to really bounce back against the EAC Generals.
Alfaro, top of the key three. That was the shot that he missed in their game against Perpetual. Alfaro showing us that he can knock it down.
Alfaro moving forward from that missed shot. Again, focusing on what's important right now with a good execution. And now let's see how EAC will recover from this first basket by San Beda.
Liwa, turning, firing, wanted a foul, didn't get it. Babalik ang bola sa San Beda. Now for James Cuecote, after that 2-17 outing, how does he bounce back today, Coach Topex?
You want to be aggressive, Anton, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're going to involve your teammates just like that, finishing strong, making sure you're inserting your mic already at the start of the ball game and dictating and letting the guys know on your team that I'm in control.
This is a guy who is recognized as one of the best shooting guards in all of collegiate basketball here in the country. So he definitely has to play with a lot of pride today, Coach, knowing that last outing to his standards is unacceptable.
He's been here for a while, Anton, knowing that sometimes you're going to have your off nights. You know, that's part of being the leader of this team. You have to roll with the punches, ika nga. Kailangan tanggapin mo rin if you are struggling. Acceptance, I guess, is going to be very important as we look at that shot by Alden Liwag, putting a number in the EAC scoring.
Another guy with so much potential, itong si Alan Liwag. Now, one of the things that I want to ask you about is why do you think Coach Oliver Bunyi opted to have Cosejo come off the bench today?
I think that's part of his game plan, knowing that Cosejo is going to be one of the guys that San Beda will be coming in, preparing for him defensively. That's one. Another one, Anton, is kind of shifting or letting Cosejo know how it's going to be played at the start, so at least you could make your adjustments as you come in.
Cuecote, binigay dito kay Inot. Inot will attack. Inot, drop pass para kay Contapay. Contapay is able to score as we go now to Bailey's Akot for this report on the EAC side.
Yes, Anton and Coach Topex, I was able to talk to the EAC General, one of the starters, si Mac Baloa. I asked Mac kung anong pinaka-mantra ng EAC coming into this game. Dalawa ang naging mantra nila, and number one is to believe in your team. Why believe in your team? Because good things happen when they trust each other. Going back to their win against the DLS-CSB, they won that game because collectively they worked well as a team. Pangalawa, prove them wrong. Maraming di naniniwala sa kanila. A lot of doubters that they can't handle the pressure and they want to prove them wrong. Anton, Coach Topex?
Of course, I'm working alongside a man who instilled the mantra for the LPU Pirates, which they still imbibe up to this day: love, serve, and care.
I mean, that's gonna be huge for EAC, Anton, just like what you mentioned about LPU. At this point, Anton, you wanna build something. Kumbaga, you don't look at the standings right now. You know it's gonna be harder for you if you're EAC, but you wanna rub off something. Obviously, when we lost Robin and Cortisa from your team, ito na yung changing of the guards for the Generals. So, ito yung isang bagay that you could build up of. Babalikan mo itong mga games na to as a learning experience for you. So, tama yung sinabi ni Baileys na binanggit nila, believe and prove them wrong.
Samantala, Kwekotay comes up with a steal. Kwekotay on the fast break. James Kwekotay could not finish. Tony Enoch is able to score on that putback. But you like to see a very aggressive James Kwekotay as San Beda is storming out the gates. They are seeing red and they are on top 11-2.
Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Is this it? Yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports. Pusong kampiyon, tayo'y may pusong kampiyon.
At nagbabalik kayo dito sa NCAA Season 98. Anton and Coach Topex, kanina pala ay nabanggit nyo ang performance ni James Kwekotay in their last game at sinabi nga niya sa akin na he really felt sorry to the team and to their coaches for his performance, that because he knows that it wasn't the kind of play he could show. You are right, Coach Topex. Just like any other player, everyone has a bad game. But James assured that he will bounce back and be the leader that the team needs, especially for today's game. With positivity and recovery mindset, let's see how the Lion mentality comes out in James Kwekotay. Back to the panel.
Coach, I'm sure you've dealt with so many players na ganun din yung pinagdaanan.
Yeah, what I like about that is when you talk about extreme ownership, I think James Kwekotay really exemplified the role of a leader. You own your mistakes. You know, majority of the time, if you don't want to own it, ang next thing you know is you're gonna pass it on to anybody. And I love the way he took it, and I'm sure he's gonna be more aggressive, not just to prove himself, but to prove to everybody that he is well trusted by his teammates.
And he gives the ball right now to the power forward, JB Bajo, gives it back to James. James will shoot. Kwekotay had to launch that one because the shot clock was winding down. Babalik ang bola dito sa EAC. Luciano, baseline spin. The team captain of EAC is able to score in the paint.
Luciano seeing that attack. As we look at this replay, Anton, we were talking about the leader in James Kwekotay, but you'll see everybody picking him up. That's just how important team is, how important trust is, how important love is, and how important caring is for each other for San Beda University.
Taking a page out of Coach Topex Robinson's book. Great moment right there. That just lets you know that they have James's back.
Again, that shows how what character is. Remember, character is how you know everybody when things are not doing well. Kasi nga naman, alam mo naman dito sa atin, if things are doing well, Anton, ang dami dyan, love, di ba, hug, appear. But when you go through challenges, doon makikita talaga yung totoong character ng iyong team. And I love what I saw on that clip right there. Their leader picking the guys up. So yun yung isang bagay that you know how this team is. The reflection of this team is not about how they lost last game, not about their standing, but the structure of their culture.
pag naisip mo yung kasabihang walang iwanan, all you have to do is watch that video of the Red Lions picking up James Kwekute.
Yeah, that's, again, I have so much respect for San Beda. You'll see, Kwekute, is he making his shots now? He's still missing it. But what's important is he has to have the courage to take those shots. And you're only going to have that courage if you know you have the support group behind you, willing to egg you on.
And James Kwekute communicating with JV Baguio, telling the big man to bring the ball down. Inot, pinasa dito kay Dami. Dami driving baseline, bounce pass, natapikan. At tumama sa baseline ng bola, babalik ito sa Generals.
One of the things that Perpetual did in their game against San Beda was playing zone. Why do you want to play zone against San Beda? You want to take away those penetrations by Inot. Because the deeper Inot goes to the basket, that's gonna break down the defense. Kaya naman itong si Tuntapay was open. Ang naging problema lang doon, Anton, he was open, but he didn't take the shot.
Baloa. Floater off the glass is up and in.
This is going to be challenging for the guards of San Beda University to stop the penetration of the guards of EAC because they were able to go deep to the basket, able to go score in that attack. And let's see now after that stop by EAC how they're gonna operate, getting their 8-point.
Luciano posting up again kontra kay Inot, was able to draw a foul earlier. Maguliano, baseline floater is good for JP Maguliano, and EAC cuts the San Beda lead to 3. This is a 6-0 run for the Generals.
EAC going inside and out there, Anton. They went to Luciano again. Luciano being the facilitator, getting guys open. As we see that open 3 coming from Inot to stop the bleeding for San Beda.
At nakita ko na, Coach Topex, tinawag na ni Coach Oliver Bunyi si Nat Cosejo ready to check into this game. Luciano kontra kay Inot. Luciano with the strength advantage. Maguliano, bitin yung kanyang jumper. At may foul na tinawag, mananatili ang bola sa EAC.
EAC going inside and out for this offense. They've been successful posting up Luciano. Luciano knowing he has an advantage being the facilitator. After making that basket, Anton, he became a passer.
This is what you were discussing. Variation sa galawan nitong si Luciano. Nahuli na, pinasa kay JP Maguliano. And again, that connection, Luciano and Maguliano.
That was a good setup play coming from the baseline inbound, coming from EAC. A lot of movement, a lot of player movement, and a lot of opening for EAC.
Jacob Cortez faking the handoff. Cortez throws it out. Sanchez fakes. Sanchez drives. Pinasa dito, Andrada. And Vicer unable to convert. Sayang.
Yeah, you'll see there, Anton. Dalawang possession. Sanchez has a chance to take the 3. Again, itong they kind of medyo nagkakaroon ng konting hesitation. Maybe it's something that they were discussing prior to this game because during their game against Perpetual, Anton, itong San Beda was 11 off 45 from the 3. Wow. I'm sure that's one thing that Coach Yuri discussed about them because again, as much as you like taking threes, but you always gotta love attacking the basket and go high percentage.
And the smallest guy on the floor doing just exactly what you mentioned, Coach Topex, Gab Cometa.
Variety will always be key. If you're not connecting from the outside, why not try attacking the basket and going for high percentage, which Cometa did on that play.
Tolentino. Cosejo. Ito na si Nat. Tolentino with a runner. Cosejo. Jacob Cortez is able to secure the rebound. He was fouled by Baloa.
That was a good setup job coming from EAC. Yes, they might have missed that shot, but you see the composure in this team, Anton. A lot of things going well for EAC.
We'll take a timeout. The Red Lions still lead the Generals 16-10 with 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the first.
pusong kampiyon. Tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA games. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game videos at team rosters and box scores. Walang iwanan online sa Season 98 ng NCAA. Achieve greatness every day. The players to watch and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA.
Ito, kinausap ni Martin Javier kanina sa Game On. Mr. Psalms David will be performing at the half of this game between EAC and San Beda. And we are seeing EAC employ full court man-to-man defense now.
You want to change up your defense a bit, making San Beda think twice on what to run on offense. That's why nagkaroon ng konting delay itong EAC off of the timeout.
Andrada knocks down a triple.
This is the thing now, Anton. After Cometa made that basket, attacking the basket, obviously the big is now helping kasi nga naman kanina naka-atake siya eh. That's why itong si Andrada was smart enough to pop instead of rolling to the basket and now shooting wide open three and giving San Beda a 9-point lead.
Cosejo. And, you know, I am no longer surprised at how Nat Cosejo makes it look so simple and easy. Yung kanya mga galawan inside the paint or close to it. Ito mahirap na tira to, Coach Topex.
Again, a lot of guys, I mean, guards that I see are doing that off-foot layup. Sabi ko nga, I was having with Coach Jamaica rin earlier. Sabi niya, nung panahon daw niya, or namin, pagka ganyan daw ang ginawa mong layup, yung off-foot, papagalitan ka ng coach mo kasi ang turo, right hand up, right foot up. Parang yung sinasabi ni Coach Jamaica, you're trying to now, players have really done a lot of different things that are effective, changing with the times, ika nga.
Well said. The evolution of basketball continues as we see Doria play this two-man game with Cosejo. Oh no. Kitang-kita yon. Hinampas ni Cosejo itong braso ni Sanchez. Now he's got to keep his cool. There's no place in the game for that. It was an obvious smack. Nainis kasi siya kasi ang likot ng depensa ni Justin Sanchez, but you know, hindi mo pwede hampasin yung braso ng kalaban mo.
I think what Cosejo was telling the referees or even the coaching staff is nauna daw itong si Sanchez because coming off that ball screen, nagkaroon ng switch kasi. So, I mean, obviously Sanchez was holding his ground. Yun yung nakita. That's why, that's the beauty now of the replay. You could plead your case. But again, what Sanchez did was a basketball play. What Cosejo did, I would say, is not a basketball play because, again, that's retaliation. Kaya naman ini-explain ng referee sa coaching staff what went wrong in that possession.
At sayang yung mga ganong klaseng bagay, Coach Topex. Lalo na kung ma-eject itong si Nat or masususpend for something like that. Obviously, he's just gonna get warned kasi nga. Pero yung intent kasi, malinaw that the intention was not good. So, he will get an infraction for that, but he will remain on the floor para sa EAC.
I mean, again, the referees did the right call there, giving both of these players the benefit of the doubt. Just a warning. I mean, next infraction, obviously, the referees will decide otherwise, but you have to love the physicality of this game. You know how important it is, not only for San Beda, but for also for EAC.
Wow, Cortez humiga sa ere, going all the way. And the thing about San Beda, Coach Topex, is they have different types of point guards. I mean, you have Cortez, who's a slasher, Alfaro, a shooter, and then Cometa, who's like the new age type of point guard na iba rin yung galawan, yung mga off-foot layups. So a lot of choices for Coach Yuri Escueta, who was a point guard himself.
Yeah, variety is always going to be key for San Beda because you have an influx of talent, Anton, on that other side of the fence. So why not kind of choose whichever. Eto ang ano kasi nito, who's gonna vary, whoever the scorer is. If you have a penetrator, obviously, you want a guard that could shoot from the outside. And if you have a guy that's a three-point shooter, you want somebody who could attack the basket para naman makapag-commit ng depensa.
Foul right there as Cometa hit the deck. Dominguez called for an offensive foul. Ayun, may kasamang tulak kasi.
This is what we always tell our bigs. You know, try to hold your ground. Sometimes they get excited, separating themselves from the defender. Kasi nga naman, that's gonna be an open window for you if you're a big. But you have to hold your ground until it's all clear.
Cometa, jumper, Cometa. Cortez on the attack, and that's going to be a foul on Tolentino.
That's a two-guard front coming from San Beda with ito nga si Jacob Cortez and Cometa. So both are a threat. Both could shoot threes. So malaking problema to para sa koponan ng EAC because kailangan ang adjustment mo dito is to at least have two guards also to match against these two guards of San Beda.
Cortez also slightly bigger as compared to Peter Alfaro, which is why it's hard for Tolentino to defend him, especially when he puts his head down. 48.5 seconds, yan ang oras na natitira dito sa ating first quarter. Tolentino, Dominguez. This is Adam Doria. Doria. Tolentino, nice drop pass to Dominguez.
Tolentino making sure to make the defender of Tolentino, the bigs commit, attacking the basket, faking a shot. That's why Dominguez was open for that quick up shot in the baseline.
Cortez loses the handle, babalik ang bola sa EAC.
Jacob Cortez wasn't able to hold that basketball, eluding a couple of defenders. Kasi nga naman kanina, Anton, on that first play, he was able to fish a foul. So he took his chances now. Different result for Jacob.
Baloa. Baloa. Almost. That would have cut the San Beda lead down to 2. But the important thing is they were able to get back in the game because earlier the Red Lions were on top 11-2. But our official tally at the end of 21 for San Beda, 17 for EAC. Magbabalik po kami para sa second quarter dito sa GTV.
The players to watch and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon on GTV. Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
This is it, yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hardcore drama. We'll bring you stories behind each.
Nagpapatuloy ang labanang EAC at San Beda dito sa GTV. This is our live and exclusive coverage of NCAA Season 98. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood, mga kapuso. Anton Ross together with Coach Topex Robinson. And of course, we have Belis Akot and Julia Ong reporting for EAC and San Beda respectively. Yukian Andrada will throw the ball in play as Cometa will play point for Coach Yuri Escueta. James. 2 points so far in this contest. Cometa, two-man game with Andrada. Tony Inot on the attack. Inot, bumitin sa ere. Tony Inot with a finish.
Tony Inot being patient with that penetration. Had a chance to take that shot from the outside, but opted to go hard to the basket. What a way to finish, but you could see Inot kind of hobbling there. Maybe he sprained his ankle there on that play, but again, picking himself up and defending now for San Beda.
Tolentino steps back. Tolentino, short. Rebound, Inot. Inot moving well. Bounce pass to Viser, and Viser with a finish.
That was a good dish off from Inot. Viser setting a good screen. Viser being rewarded. Viser making the layup.
And San Beda just turning it on here in the second quarter. Tony Inot is on a rampage. Wow. Tony Inot with 2 early baskets and a nice pass to Alex Viser. San Beda is on top by 10.
How's the first day back for everybody?
It was great to see everyone. I think we were all happy to be back together.
Sasabi namin na parang we will never get lost because we have our parents.
Kumusta, Alexandra? Salamat at nakapunta ka rito.
Come with me for a tour of the world's biggest IKEA store.
Being a PWD kasi in the Philippines is quite difficult.
Yun yung engineer niyo. Babae pala.
Bakit nga ba tila nabura sa kasaysayan ang sistema?
Welcome back mga kapuso. This is NCAA Season 98 Men's Basketball between the EAC Generals versus the San Beda University Red Lions. Pag-usapan muna natin ang mga general. Nakausap ko ang team captain nila na si JC Luciano. Sabi sa akin ni JC, ang mga kailangan nila ipagpatuloy sa laban na to is their hustle, their intensity, and their aggressiveness on the floor. It's very much present for them. And their teamwork, they're collectively finding each other and filling the positions that they need na binibigay sa kanila na hinihingi rather ni Coach Oliver Bunyi. On the other end naman, kailangan nila baguhin ang kanilang mga emosyon. They need to control their emotions at huwag ma-pressure sa pressure defense na binibigay sa kanila ng San Beda University. Anton and Coach Topex.
Salamat, Baileys, for that update. And right now, things are not looking good for EAC. But coming off that timeout, let's see if they can turn things around. And it looks like they're doing just that with this steal. And a quick 4-0 run. Angeles, the latest general to score a field goal.
EAC giving San Beda a dose of their own medicine, pressuring the defenders now and also attacking and capitalizing. But you gotta love the penetration of James Quecote there, Anton, finishing strong in the basket.
I love to see an aggressive James. That's what San Beda needs. Oh, what a move right there by Mac Baloa, switching hands in midair.
Baloa attacking the defense of Inot there on that play. Being alone, nabigla rin siya for being wide open. Obviously, that's a good attack as we see that Cometa Andrada connection.
Nice pass by Cometa, and you can see why he has earned his minutes from Coach Yuri Escueta. Baloa. Oh, another difficult shot for Mac Baloa, and the Red Lions are running Cometa. Using his speed, Cometa steps on the brakes. Andrada binigay dito kay Quecote. Quecote fakes, gives it to Andrada. Andrada to Cometa. 9 on the shot clock. Give and go play. Yun nga lang, di na ipasok ang tira. Generals are running as we go now to Julia Ong.
Anton and Coach Topex coming stronger together, continue to do better, and move forward from their mistakes. Yan ang nabanggit sa akin ni James Quecote, papasok ng larong ito. Nakausap ko rin pala itong si Yukian Andrada, at alam niyo ba na sinabi niya sa akin na hindi daw pwedeng lagi silang nakaasa kay James lang at kay JB lang. Lahat daw sila ay kailangan mag-step up. At after this first quarter, tila narinig yata iyon ng kanyang teammates. Magtuloy-tuloy kaya ang magandang ipinapakita ng San Beda Red Lions. Anton and Coach Topex, balik sa inyo.
At sa ngayon, 6 na lang at lamang ng San Beda as we see this floater by Cometa. Liwag is gonna take the ball down the court. Liwag, look at those long strides.
That's a big question now for the defense of San Beda. Liwag squeezing his way through against 3. San Beda shirt there, Anton. A sign of, again, yung fatigue maybe for the players of San Beda. Not been able to defend the transition of EAC.
And that's a big-time shot by Tony Inot. This has been Tony Inot's quarter.
Tony Inot starting up strong in the second half, trying to weather the storm that San Beda has been, that EAC has been putting up with that 3.
Adam Doria, nalibre mula sa labas. Adam Doria for 3.
A lot of confusion coming from the defense of San Beda. Doria taking advantage because, again, ang daming movement kasi na ginagawa ng mga malalaro ni Coach Oliver Bunye. But itong San Beda, playing fire against fire dito sa San Beda and EAC.
It's been a shootout as of late. But I kind of want to know what Coach Oliver Bunye told his players during their last huddle when they went down by 10, because whatever it was, nagising itong EAC Generals.
Just like what Bailey said earlier on that report, sabi niya nga naman, believe and prove them wrong. You started off kind of slow in the second quarter. I'm sure Coach Oliver Bunye reminded them of the importance of keeping them close in this game. Actually, after that timeout, Anton, they had a 4-0 run that ignited this second quarter for EAC.
I'm not sure if Bailey's is listening right now, but you were saying confusion earlier when Adam Doria shot the 3. And when I think of the word confusion and the Doria twins, I wonder if teams get confused with both of them kasi si Papa Bear at si Andre Paras nalilito. Pati ako nalilito eh. I'm not sure I see Andre on the bench right now. I'm talking about Andre Doria. But let's see. Baguio spins. Wild hook for Baguio. Hopia is in the game for the first time, Coach.
Again, Hopia not aware of the time and score on that play, Anton. That's why they were called for the shot clock violation. But what I could see right now with EAC taking a page out of the book of Perpetual, how to defend itong si James Quecote. They're not giving him a clear shot from the 3. They're forcing him to attack the basket, but they're putting 2 players para kay James Quecote para naman syempre nga, they know the capabilities of James. They know that he's the focal point, and if I'm James, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get guys involved in my sets.
Inot with the reverse, too strong. Maguliano with the rebound.
That was a good defensive stop coming from EAC after that missed opportunity from them a while ago. Now from defense to offense, EAC is on a roll.
Angeles mula sa kanto. At may foul sa ilalim as Quecote was pushed. Let's take a look at this move by Mac Baloa. Woohoo! Switching to the left hand.
That's just putting ice cream on a cake. Kasi pwede niya nang i-drive sa kanan eh. Pero the degree of difficulty, obviously, walang defender doon from San Beda University. That's why that really looked good for EAC.
At nung pangalawang drive niya, may defender naman. Pero nagawa ng paraan itong si Mac Baloa. Alfaro. Baguio from the elbow. Inot again. This guy is just all over the place for San Beda. Liwag. Liwag, dangerous attempt to dribble the ball down court.
You know, the good thing about dito kay Liwag is when he gets the defensive stop, he has the capability of bringing down the basket.
Look at the numbers of Tony Inot. 12 points, but his season average, 8.3. So, in this quarter alone, grabe na yung pinapakita ni Tony Inot.
He contributed 12 points out of the 36-point output for San Beda University, and that's a much-needed help para sa kupunan ni Coach Yuri, because obviously still the challenge of James Quecote is still there, while ito namang EAC believe Prove them wrong, still the word that's coming out of everybody out of this EAC bench.
And like, you know, when you try to instill a mantra to a team, it has to be more than just words, coach. You have to live by it.
Again, that's one thing that you talk about integrity, Anton. It's one thing that you say it. It's second, once you do it. It's third, when it becomes a habit for you.
Because when you hear these words, you think like, oh, it's cliche. Believe in yourself, prove them wrong. These are things that you hear almost every day, but for you to live it, that's a different, that provides a heavier meaning to it.
Again, we've talked about changing of the guards for the Generals. Gone are the days that you'll still have Robin for you. Gone are the days that Ortiza for you. Now this is a new breed of EAC players, leaded by this guy, finishing straight and strong to the basket. Now, warning itong San Beda with only trailing by 2 points.
And that's a great point that you made, Coach Topex, that Liwag has this ability to bring the ball down with those long strides. And can you just imagine if he further improves his dribbling ability?
Again, sky's the limit for Aldrich, for Liwag. As again, we look at this finish coming from him, finishing strong to the basket, eluding the defender, taking his time, going strong, and now down with a 2-point lead as we head back to the timeout.
We'll be back right here on GTV.
Always stay updated with the latest news in the country and around the world through GMA News and Public Affairs, Facebook and YouTube news feeds anytime, anywhere. Dahil wagi ang mayalam.
Life hasn't been easy lately, so we're here to make your day, featuring amazing, funny, and heartwarming stories to bring you something bright and sweet and get you dancing through tough times. Simple joys that remind us of the many reasons we can still smile. Cleanse your timeline with Make Your Day. Join us on YouTube and Facebook and share your stories too. Let's spread more awesome, wholesome content out there. Make your day!
There he is, mga kapuso, Psalms David. Nakausap ni Martin Javier kanina sa Game On, and he's moments away from finally showing us his performance here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center, but not before EAC and San Beda will try to close things out with a bang here before this first half ends, Coach Topex.
What's working for EAC right now, Anton, is they kind of pick up the defense, kind of put itong San Beda to a difficult situation. As we look at that run by EAC, just like what Pong Ducanes mentioned, 17-9 itong run ng EAC. That's why bumalik sila, and now they have an opportunity in the line as they finish strong and try to go to the basket.
That's JP Maguliano who started this game along with JC Luciano. And that kind of stretched the rotation of Coach Oliver Bunyi, because yun nga, he opted to have Nat Cosejo come off the bench.
Yeah, Nat Cosejo, you don't see him here on the floor, Anton. Maaga siyang nilabas ni Coach Oliver Bunyi, obviously, for energy purposes. The moment they started pressing itong San Beda, a lot of things happened well for them. Obviously, not missing a free throw is one of them.
I'm actually shocked, Coach Topex, that Nat Cosejo has only played 2 minutes and 48 seconds so far.
Yeah, that's a big question. We don't know if it's hurt. So far naman, okay yung kanyang foul numbers, because I think he only had that double foul again. So that's 2 fouls. So tingnan natin. But again, if you're Coach Oliver Bunyi, you see what you're seeing from your other guys, except for that bio attack. Kanina pa umaangal itong mga manlalaro ng San Beda about those fouls. Kaya naman I think pipituhan ng technical. I think it's gonna be on Bayo complaining on that call.
Wow, the mild-mannered Bayo called for a technical. I'm surprised. So, and that just goes to show na talagang physical itong laro na to, Coach Topex, for a guy who's mild-mannered and shy to get called for a technical.
I think that's a lot, a combination of a lot. Obviously, after losing to Perpetual, nandiyan na yung pressure of being a veteran. You want to prove I mean, your teammates wrong. Kaya naman, yun nga, sinabi mo si JV Bayo of all the players of San Beda na matatawagan ng technical. But again, you wanna sometimes kind of find a way to ignite the fire and sacrificing his own foul para lang gisingin yung kanyang mga kasama. That could be one thing that JB Bayo thought. That's why talagang nagpa-technical.
At feeling ko, pati yung mga teammates niya, actually James went to him after he got called for the technical foul. Nagulat din sa ginawa niya as Maguliano misses on this three.
You know, this is a problem now for San Beda. Guards of EAC was able to attack the basket. Kaya naman nagkakaroon ng opening itong sila Maguliano. Because the moment you attack the basket, as we look at this complaint, at sinabi mo nga kanina, ni-remind siya ni James Kwekotay to, you know, be in control of your emotion. Yes, you could be physical, you could be complaining, but make sure it's not gonna be detrimental sa iyong team.
Baloa. A wild shot by Mac Baloa, but he'll get another chance here. Baloa. Oh, could have given EAC the lead. So many chances for the Generals.
EAC winning the 50-50 balls and the game of possessions dito sa second quarter, Anton. That's why they're only trailing by 2. They might be missing their shots, but you gotta love the intensity. You gotta love the energy that the players of Coach Oliver Bunya are showing in this quarter.
And that's why when we were discussing this game before it started, talagang walang kasiguraduhan. You can't take this EAC team lightly because lalaban at lalaban yan.
Again, Anton, they have nothing to lose. I mean, yes, we've mentioned that they still have a chance to make it. Kaya nga sinabi natin when we were talking about the team standings, but more than anything else, syempre, San Beda, one of the barometers of this NCAA team. So you want to take your chances. Tingnan mo kung nasan ka. A good point of teaching, playing against one of the best celebrated teams in the NCAA.
Liwag, titira ba? Oo, titira. Badly missing on that shot, pero walang bumax out.
Again, talking about 50-50 balls. Ito kasing tawag natin dito, we call it hustle charts. Those are the things that really is gonna determine how important this game is for you. So you're winning the hustle charts, now you're only down by 1. You gotta give them, minsan nga lang, kontrolin mo yung emotions mo because you have the biggest guy almost at the half court with no chance of attacking the basket and you foul him. And we're already on penalty. Baka gusto naman nila doon since kanina nagmintis sa free throw. Kumbaga, hack ba yun? Hack-a-shack?
Hack-a-shack. So yeah, this is hack-a-cliff.
So again, so far kumbaga na-justify yung pag-foul doon. Kasi nga naman penalty ka na. But again, if you have a guy that's struggling from the free throw line, you want to take your chances.
Wow, gumana yung hack-a-cliff doon. Si Bakod yung fumaul dito kay Clifford Hopia, who was way beyond the ring. And now EAC with a chance to take the lead. Hopia with a rejection.
If you were missing from the offense, from the free throws, what could you do if you're Hopia? Be a ceiling on defense.
And that's exactly what he did. This is Clifford Hopia with a rejection after those 2 missed free throws.
Binalik agad ni Coach Yuri Squera itong si Enot. Obviously, after scoring 12 points in this quarter for Enot, make it 13.
There you see former coach Boyet Fernandez along with current coach Yuri Escueta and of course team manager, our good friend, Coach Jude Roque.
Coach Jude, one of the he's been in the business for a while. He's made a lot of, connections and friends, and yours truly is one of them. One of the guys that we look up to in the basketball community, not only in the NCAA, but in basketball as an entire sport.
Samantala, Liwag missing from the free throw line. EAC had several chances to take the lead but just unable to score when they needed to. Cortez gets the ball back. Inot to Cortez. Triple on the way. Too strong. Baloa looked up at the clock. He still has time. Oh! Masakit yun.
That was a wasted opportunity. If you're EAC, you could have only been down by 1 point coming to the halftime for EAC.
Art Cosa missing on that gimme. But the good news is they're only down by just 3. San Beda University 41, EAC Emilio Aguinaldo College 38. We will be back for our halftime performance. This is your coverage of NCAA Season 98.
Guwaping at malakas ang dating, hindi lang sa hardcourt mapapansin. Baka ikaw ay ma-in-love. Ito ang NCAA Hard Rocks.
I'm Kyle Dominic Tolentino, shooting guard from the Letran Knights. I'm 21 years old.
Hi, ako si Neil Guarino from the Letran Knights.
Tanong ko sa'yo, Kyle, ano ang style mo pagdating sa panliligaw? O sabi, hindi ako nagsabi nito, nakalagay dito. Kunyari daw ako, yung nililigawan mo, pahingin naman daw ng pasample kung paano manligaw ang isang Kyle Tolentino.
Siguro una kong kaliligawan yung parents kasi
Lang yun, mami, mami, sorry. Sabi kasi sample, wala yung mami ko dito. Okay, sige, ano pa?
yun lang, siguro magbibigay ng time always. Tsaka, ayun nga, yung sa family, talaga lalapit ako sa family.
Very family-oriented talaga itong si Kyle. O, ito naman, ano yung style mo naman pagdating sa panliligaw?
Ano lang, lagi
Bukod sa pambobola.
ko lang siyang sinasamahan ganyan pagka free time ko na I make time for her.
So talagang priorities. Kumbaga, sinushow mo sa kanya, isa rin siya sa mga priorities mo. Wow, okay, I love that. Anong mas gusto mong pet? Pusa or aso? Kasi ako, aso talaga. Kasi may phobia ako sa cat. Hindi mo naman tinatanong pero shinare ko lang. Ikaw?
Ako aso din kasi yung nanay ko may phobia din sa pusa eh. Kaya aso na lang.
Alam nyo na, close sa family. Parehas kami ni Mami. Tapos, parehas kami ng pet. Alam nyo na, close kami ni Mami. Ni Mami, hindi siya.
Pusa.
Why? Bakit pusa, hindi aso?
Kasi para sa akin mga pusa, ano sila eh, low maintenance eh. Hayaan mo lang, pakainin mo lang, hindi mo na kailangan ipag-groom, ganyan.
Hindi ganun ka needy and clingy, no? Okay, so pusa. Okay, next. What makes a person for you beautiful or handsome, Kyle?
Siguro yung simplicity ng isang tao, yun yung para sa akin, yun yung nagdadala sa pagiging maganda niya.
Basketball player talaga, ang galing mambola. Yung mga ganyang linyahan, sincerity, wag ako. Joke.
Yung personality niya, tsaka kung paano niya dalin yung sarili niya.
So, hindi daw necessary na parang physically maganda or gwapo, di ba? Ano ang hinahanap ni Kyle Tolentino sa isang babae? Parang natanong ko na to kanina, pero sige, baka aside from being family-oriented, physical naman, oh. Meron ba?
Siguro yung, maputi, tisay, tsaka matalino.
Tisay? Okay. Feeling meron.
Siguro yung halos kaparehas ko na personality, yung tahimik, ganyan, ma-shy. Pero pagka kinausap mo, makulit pala, ganun.
Parang girl version mo, no? Diba? Importante yun, no? Parang soulmates mo ba? Yung ikaw na ikaw rin. Wow! Advisor. How do you say I love you without saying I love you?
Siguro yung yung pagbibigay mo ng time and effort sa isang tao, dun mo mapapakita na mahal mo yung isang tao.
Sarap naman pala daw magmahal ng isang letranistang Kyle Tolentino.
Kapag parang pinagsisilbihan ko siya, ganyan, acts of service, ganyan, dadala ko siya ng pagkain, ganyan, pahinga kami. Then, mga acts of service lang, kahit simple lang, basta pakita ko sa kanya na I care for her.
Ramdam na ramdam ko na may pagiging caring nitong si Neil. Good games, spectacular moves, and good looks. Sila ang NCAA NCAA Heartthrobs!
Mga kapuso, oras na naman para balikan ang mga maaksyong kaganapan nitong nakaraang linggo sa NCAA Season 98 Men's Basketball. Noong Biyernes, tinalo ng San Sebastian ng EAC 78-61. Nanguna para sa Golden Stags si Alex De Soyo na gumawa ng 11 puntos.
De Soyo drains the three-point shot.
Sa Sabado naman, ginanap ang ikalawang GMA NCAA All-Star Game kung saan nagtagumpay ang Heroes kontra sa Saints 98-95. Hinirang bilang MVP ang EAC power forward na si Nat Cosejo na gumawa ng game-high 16 points. Si Rahil Birian naman ang nakakuha ng Celebrity MVP trophy dahil sa kanyang 12 puntos sa loob lamang ng 9 na minuto.
Here's the love. Biria underneath again.
Look at the way he positions himself. Di natatakot.
Nagsimula naman ang second round nung linggo, and it was a day of upsets. Mapua defeated LPU 62-59, while EAC finally earned its first victory of the tournament by defeating no less than the league-leading Benil Blazers 80-75. Nat Cosejo continued to have a weekend to remember as he fired in 24 points for the Generals.
How about this guy? Nat Cosejo. Yung push shot na yan, gumagana para kay Nat.
On Tuesday, the three...
We continue our coverage from right here inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center sa San Juan kung saan nanguna ang San Beda University Red Lions kontra sa EAC Generals 41-38. Maraming salamat mga kapuso sa pagtutok ang Ton Ross together with Coach Topex Robinson as we break down the numbers from that first half.
Solid finish coming from EAC. While ito namang San Beda kind of struggled on the second quarter, Anton, as we look at the numbers right now. Obviously, the struggles of San Beda still continues. They already had 9 turnovers. And then ito namang EAC, the reason why they're only trailing by 3 because off of those turnovers that San Beda committed, they were able to score 9 points off of that. And we were showing earlier, one of the guys that was finishing strong and that EAC run was obviously one of the frontiers or the men in the helm para sa koponan ng EAC, talking about Liwag, solid numbers, but wala dito sa stats that we're talking about, Anton. Itong EAC was 55% from the 2 points, and that's huge because you had 29 attempts, nagkaroon ka ng 16, kaya naman ang taas ng kanilang percentage. Try to imagine if they were able to convert from the outside, they're 1 of 11. Kaya napalaking warning sign ito for San Beda that if you're not gonna lock down defensively itong mga malalaro ng EAC, and for them to have confidence, that's gonna be a long afternoon for you if you're San Beda University.
Now, one of the strategies that Coach Oliver Bunyi employed was starting with a hefty and big front line. Nakita natin Alan Liwag, team captain JC Luciano, and JP Magoliano. But even though they're big and hefty, you can see that Liwag can bring the ball down like a guard.
Yeah, that's a good point that you're trying to bring in, Anton. But itong si Inot, the only bright spot para sa koponan ni Coach Yuri Escueta, scoring 14 points, 12 of them, or even I think 14 of them, he scored in the second quarter. Kaya naman nagkaroon ng pinanguhugutan itong mga malalaro ng San Beda, while itong si James Quecote being more aggressive attacking the basket, not only settling for the outside shot, making sure that he's gonna connect from the inside. Yes, he might be only scoring 4 points right now, but the good thing about it is a lot of contribution are coming from his teammates, but way different from the first time these two teams met, Anton.
Taking a look at the numbers, yeah, the first time these two teams met, nagpaulan ng 3 itong mga Bedista, 16 3-pointers. Right now, they're just at 4. James took 3 3-pointers, di pa nakakashoot mula sa labas. Pero eto nga, Tony Inot had a huge second quarter. He's the biggest reason kung bakit nangunguna pa rin ang San Beda dito sa laban na to.
What's gonna be scary as we look at the leading scorers, is Magoliano, Baloa, at itong si Liwag connecting a lot already. We mentioned about Inot earlier, Andrada having 5, and James Quecote with only 4, but wala pa dito, Anton. Si Cosejo, he only played 3 minutes and 32 seconds, scoring 3 points. And we've mentioned it, you've talked about him earlier, putting a lot of numbers, wala pang masyadong contributions. Ito ngayon na nakakatakot for San Beda, because one of the guys that you dependent on a lot is still not connecting.
So kung idadagdag natin yung minutes dyan, 3 minutes lang si Cosejo, 11 minutes si Baguio. So, I mean, production is pretty much the same. Isang puntos lang yung linamang ni JB Baguio. So, nakakatakot nga yan, Coach, especially pag pinasok na itong si Nat Cosejo, and Cosejo plays the way he has played since the All-Star game.
Efficiency is gonna be the key for Cosejo. Yes, he only had 3 minutes, but he had 3 points. So what more if he's gonna play longer? But as we look at the 5 that's just gonna start for Coach Oliver Bunyi, starting to what works for him. Obviously, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That group really led them during the first start of the ball game. What's surprising to me, Anton, I haven't really covered a lot of EAC, but I haven't really seen Adrian Baloa the way I see him now. Yes, he might only be scoring 7 points, but he's one of the focal points sa opensa ng EAC Generals.
Definitely, his minutes went up when Gurtiza and Robin were removed from the team. Yan si Mac Baloa, as we see James Quecote trying to go all the way. Could not finish. Baguio binigay kay James. Will this be his first triple of the game? Yes, it is.
That was a good recognition coming from Baguio. Locating the wide open James Quecote. I don't know what happened to the defense of EAC. Why would you leave the best scorer or the best option para sa koponan ng San Beda wide open for a rhythm 3?
Nothing but net on that shot for James Quecote, and he comes up with a steal here. Red Lions are running. Baguio back to James. James will head to the line for 2.
Again, itong San Beda picking off to where they left at the start of the second quarter, being aggressive defensively. But as we look at this replay, James Quecote struggling from the 3, but was able to connect on that wide open coming from a pass for Baguio. And let's see now James Quecote on the free throw line.
Strong start for the Red Lions, coming out guns blazing. Oh, but Quecote misses on his first free throw.
You know, Anton, yes, EAC might have missed those 2 possessions, but those are the shots that you want to take if you're Coach Oliver Bunyi. Why? Because it's a shot that was able to go inside the paint first, kick out. Yes, he might have missed that, but that's the play that they want. They want to go aggressive to the basket.
45-38, San Beda. Nauna ngayon, Kosa nakabawi after missing on that fast break layup earlier. Knocks down a 3 to cut San Beda's lead down to 4.
You could see the confidence of EAC right now. Yes, they saw the press of San Beda, Anton, but they were able to connect, knowing what to do with Liwag facilitating that transition.
Ayan na naman si Tony Inot, binitbit ang bola, nakapuntos in the paint.
You have to give credit to the bigs of San Beda. They were able to set up itong mga guards ng San Beda with those wide open attack to the basket. Ito na naman yung second possession, the extra possession that the EAC is getting from their offense.
Magoliano, long two for JP Magoliano. The salutatorian is able to score from long range as we get this update from Julia Ong.
Coach Topex, multiple reminders in the dugout today. Pero ang paulit-ulit na binabanggit ni Coach Yuri ay don't dribble too much. Execute offense and execute well. Huwag nga daw muna nila isipin ang manalo. Isa-isahin daw muna nila. During the first half of the game, the Red Lions gave too much extra chances to the opponent. Kaya huling tanong ni Coach Yuri bago magsimula ang half na to, alagaan nyo ang bola o uupo kayo? Ayun lamang para San Beda side, balik sa inyo.
Yeah, at this point, Anton, yun nga yung sinasabi ng ating report is those extra possessions that you gave EAC, that's why ang taas ng kanilang percentage sa 2 points, Anton. They had 55.2. We would understand if you don't really have the bigs or the interior defense para sa koponan ng San Beda, but you have a couple of big guys there. You have Bayo there. You have a lot of bigs covering that. But again, ang malaking question dito is yung 50-50 balls na napapanalo ng koponan ni Coach Oliver Brunier.
Baloa decides to throw it back out to Kosa. Kwekotay comes up with a steal. Kuntapay back to James, but a recovery by Kosa.
You gotta give the hustle for the EAC players after that turnover. Talaga namang binawi nila yung possession. They don't want to give San Beda any easy look at the basket.
Cortez on the drive. Cortez, just a little bit short on that floater.
Alam mo, Anton, ang daming pagkakataon na yun para sa San Beda, giving credit para sa mga big man setting the screen but not able to pass that ball to an open teammate.
Let's get an update on the EAC side as we hear right now from Billy's Akot.
Anton and Coach Topex coming from the EAC Generals first half huddle. The coaching staff commended the team for their energy and intensity na ipinakita nila during that first half. Similar to what you guys have been wondering kung ano bang sinabi ng coaching staff sa kanila when they were trailing. At sila yung nagising. Sabi lang nila is to dive for those 50-50 balls and dive for those loose balls because that will set the tone for them and have their presence felt on both ends of the floor, which yan ang pinapakita ngayon ng EAC Generals. Ang kailangan lang nilang gawin is doblehin pang energy nila at huwag tipirin because they have a deep bench. Utilize their 15 guys who are very much capable of giving their all as well. Anton and Coach Topex.
Thank you very much, Baileys. That's exactly what Coach Topex was explaining just moments ago with regards to the 50-50 balls. Ayan na naman! Yun nga lang, di na ipasok yung tira. Here's that move by Tony Inot.
Tony Inot already with 19 points dito sa game na to. The bright spot, the energy that I guess Coach Yuri Escueta was telling his players in the dugout. What is going back to the basic needs? Making it simple. You don't have to go fancy, you just want to be effective.
Kwekotay, wild shot. Doesn't fall, balik ang bola sa EAC.
Intensity and energy, just like what Bailey said, Anton, really working wonders para sa koponan ng EAC. Yun na nga lang minsan sa sobrang nila, they begin to get out of control. Just like that, with a lot of turnovers and giving San Beda an easy possession. But again, Liwag not giving any opportunity for James Kwekotay on that layup.
Just erasing Kwekotay's shot as San Beda still leads EAC 50-43 with 5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the third.
Sutulan ng bilis at tugatog ng husay pang ipagdiwang ang kadakilaan.
Kadakilaang nakuluklok sa bawat isa sa atin.
Maniwala sa sarili sa harap ng pagdududa. Maghangad ng ikabubuti ng nakakarami. Kumilos ng tapat. Kumilos ng may layunin.
Kumilos para maging pinakamahusay na bersyon ng iyong sarili.
Achieve greatness every day.
NCAA Season 98. Catch all the action live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays through Sundays, 12 noon on GTV.
Attorney Jonas Cabochan from San Beda University looking on as his Red Lions lead the Generals by 7 here in the third. And Tony Inot with a career-high 19 points today. Wow.
Again, just when you need it, that lift for San Beda, Inot making sure that he's gonna fight for every possession as we see now, keeping the ball alive for San Beda University.
What I want to know is why Nat Coseo is not playing so much.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that Bailey could check in this bench on checking on Inot. I think he has something to that might be for him to be kept away from the basket. But kung walang Inot, meron namang Luciano for EAC.
Grabe rin yung pinapakita nitong kapitan ng EAC as we see Kwekete miss for 3. Pero mananatili ang bola dito sa San Beda. At kakapakit ko lang, Coach Topex, ayun na, pinasok na si Nat Coseo. But if JC Luciano can keep moving like this, that's going to be a huge problem for the Red Lions.
Huge problem it is for San Beda because eto na, pinasok na si Coseo. So tingnan natin yung combination ni Luciano. Ang hindi ko lang nakikita dito hindi pa nagsasabay itong si Liwak, si Luciano at itong si Coseo.
Baloa, Luciano. Luciano asking for the clear out. Backing down, Jacob Cortez, Luciano. Maguliano. Inside pass, Coseo. Coseo missing. Baloa looks up at the clock. Baloa on the drive. Bounce pass, Luciano. Coseo. Oh, Coseo missing those shots that he normally makes.
Yes, they were missing their shots talking about EAC, but those extra possessions, talaga, Anton, it's really something that's going to be alarming for San Beda because you're being outworked from the inside. Yes, EAC might be the less talented on this ball game, but they're really showing a lot of effort and a lot of perseverance para sa koponan, or guys really fighting for every possession.
Baloa. Maguliano for 3. Kwekete tracks down the loose ball. And Kwekete slams on the brakes. Kwekete from the free throw line. James, no good. Generals are running. Cosa. Cross-court pass. Bola napunta dito kay Baloa. Baloa to Maguliano. Maguliano to Luciano. Luciano to JP. Another 50-50 ball, Coach Topex, for EAC.
That's really something that I'm sure, ito nga, Anton, na-mention na yan sa halftime. Kagaya nga nung sinabi kanina sa report ni Julia is, concerning extra possession, one thing, ang magiging problema mo dito, Anton, those extra possessions, once EAC starts connecting on that, that's gonna be something that's gonna dwindle down the energy nitong mga manlalaro ni Coach Yuri Escueta because makikita mo yung nagkakaroon ng kumpiyansa itong EAC. You don't want a team that has nothing to lose to have that confidence.
Liwag. EAC just ran out of time there. So for the first time, Coach Topex, nagsabay na sa court si Cosejo at Liwag.
That's going to be big for EAC because you have a Liwag that could finish on transition and you have a Cosejo who's going to be stable in the paint. And also defensively, you have guys that could run. They have the quickness, they have the speed, they could easily switch off anybody, taking away the penetration. Ito yung malaking problema, Anton, sa depensa or sa offensa because it's gonna force itong San Beda to play one-on-one.
Wow, may foul na tinawag dito and the EAC bench cannot believe it.
We talk about this, Anton, as I always tell this to my players. If you're gonna sway that ball, trying to steal the ball, even if it's not a foul, kahit i-complain mo na foul yun, but you're giving the referees an opportunity to call a timeout. With this timeout, tingnan natin kung ano yung sasabihin ni Coach Oliver Buni as we go back in this break.
Non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Here's the game, yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports. Pusong kampiyon, tayo'y may puso.
Two minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in the third. Lamang pa rin ng mga bedista, 50-45. It's been a physical ball game. And of course, we thank everybody watching, including the parents of Peter Alfaro here today.
Kasi sa mga haligi ng basketball, hindi lang dito sa atin, Anton, but also sa kanilang probinsya sa Zamboanga. Yan yung mga The Alfaro family has been really into basketball for the longest time. And talking about province, Coach Joel Ko is in Cebu watching right now. Really a big fan of basketball himself. Missing the times that he used to play. So magandang hapon sa yan, Joel Ko from Cebu City.
Two minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in the third. We're looking at Dominguez. He is matched up with Alex Visser, Yuki Andrada. So linabas muna si Liwag after that foul. Visser, Alfaro.
You would see the bench of EAC there, the coaching staff telling them to be more composed. Obviously, you love the energy, you love the intensity, but you have to put it in the right position. You don't want to keep on fouling because now you're ready on penalty. So bawat foul mo dito is going to send San Beda player to the line. But Yuti Nadrada, beneficiary of that pick and roll, seeing that pocket and going for that floater.
Tolentino. Bounce pass. Kabuhat. Kontra kay Andrada. Kabuhat na bitawan ng bola. Oh, but it will stay with the EAC.
5 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds to shoot.
And now the Generals have 5 seconds to shoot. Cosejo blocked. Cosejo again.
That's what we're talking about, Anton. ang ganda ng stable siya eh. Yes, he got blocked, he got that ball again. Extra possession for EAC, connecting now with Cosejo in this ball game. And now it's a 5-point lead for San Beda.
I wonder if one day there's going to be a Cosejo drill where you just shoot the ball with one hand in the paint. Because he's making it look so easy.
Easy it is for Cosejo after that second shot. Now finishing on transition. Alarming times now for San Beda as itong EAC getting close to the basket after that miss shot again from Andrade.
Tolentino, Cosejo. Angeles, wild shot for Angeles. Angeles grabs his own miss. Where was the box out?
It's missing right now for San Beda, Anton, if you're gonna ask me about it again. They're just being mesmerized. I mean, obviously, you have to worry about the guy you're defending, but somebody takes a shot, somebody should box out, somebody should look at who's coming in, and somebody should pursue that basketball.
Now here's the thing. EAC has not led in this game, Coach Topex. So even though they're able to cut the lead numerous times, they still haven't taken the lead. Cosejo nabitawan ang bola at babalik ito sa San Beda.
There's a lot of lapses in the defense of San Beda right now, Anton, because yung turnovers nitong EACs are unforced turnovers. You know, they're just making bad decisions, but those turnovers are not being forced by the defense of San Beda. Kaya naman nagkakaroon ng kumpiyansa itong mga manlalaro ni Coach Oliver Brunier.
Cosejo could not hold on to the basketball at maubusan ang oras ang San Beda. So at the end of 3 quarters, 3 points are separating the two teams. The Red Lions nanguna pa rin kontra sa Generals. Will be back for quarter number 4. This is our coverage of NCAA Season 98.
How's the first day back for everybody?
It was great to see everyone. I think we were all happy to be back together.
We will never get lost because we have our parents.
Kumusta, Alexandra? Salamat at nakapunta ka rito.
Come with me for a tour of the world's biggest IKEA store.
Being a PWD kasi in the Philippines is quite difficult.
Ah, yun yung engineer niyo. Babae pala.
Bakit nga ba tila nabura sa kasaysayan ang sistema ng pagsusulat na ito?
Always stay updated with the latest news in the country and around the world through GMA News and Public Affairs Facebook and YouTube news feeds anytime, anywhere. Dahil wagi ang mayalam.
Life hasn't...
All right, let's try to break it down per quarter as we are going to see the quarter scoring in just a bit. There you go. It's hard to predict how things are going to unfold in the fourth, Coach.
It's really challenging if you're a San Beda fan or you're part of that San Beda team, because it's really something that's alarming. You know, you cannot really dominate a game if you are gonna only score 13 points. Nothing with the 13 points, but also allowing EAC to score the same. So that shows a lot on how you are defending. And most of those points that EAC scored, Anton, are hustle points. Yeah. Offensive rebounds, transition off a stop. So it's not really something that they set up, that they converted. So while naman itong San Beda, EAC also give credit to their defense because they're forcing itong San Beda to take those 4 shots.
Andrade, Sanchez. Interesting lineup on the floor for Coach Yuri Escueta. You have Tony Inot, Alex Becerra, Yuki Andrade, Justin Sanchez, and Peter Alfaro.
Just like what he mentioned kanina during the halftime. Sinabi niya nga naman, di ba, kung hindi kayo re-rebound, kung hindi kayo hahassle, uupo kayo sa bench. So I think Coach Yuri now really making sure that he's gonna honor his word. And I think that right now that's important, especially if you're establishing something for your team.
San Beda unable to get a shot off.
Now, question, Anton, dito, if you're CSB right now, which in you're gonna play San Beda this coming weekend, what are the things that I think you should work on for you to, to have a repeat? Para makabawi ka because tinalo ka nitong San Beda during the first round.
54-53. Red Lions holding on to this 1-point advantage. Enot, Sanchez. Actually, Coach, San Beda beat the Benil Blazers in the first round.
Yeah, so yun na nga. So talagang, kumbaga iba kasi yung may bawi. Kumbaga may pinanguhugutan itong CSB coming into this Saturday's game. So talagang I'm sure Coach Charles and the rest of the coaching staff of CSB are really looking deep in this ball game.
Dominguez missing on that triple try that would have given the Generals the lead. Alfaro to Andrada, back to Peter Alfaro. Alfaro to Enot. Viser could not finish, and it is still San Beda basketball. Alfaro stops, pops, and connects as we go now to Bailey Sako.
Side of things, of the general side of things rather, I just want to talk about their energy and their environment rather, because they're oozing with willpower and energy to win this game. Their aggressiveness is very much present. Kaya na pa natin minimension yun, but at the same time they have been turning the ball over, so they are a little too much aggressive, so they need to stay composed and they need to play smarter. They need to stick to that level of aggressiveness. Patuloy pa lang nito, paulit-ulit na sinasabi ng coaching staff sa kanila. Now with regards to Nat Cosejo, I was able to get information from the coaching staff na early foul trouble daw siya, kaya minimal ang minutes niya, but fortunately maganda rin ang pinapakita ng big men of the Generals. Anton, Coach Topex?
So early foul trouble, and they really wanted to play it safe kasi 2 personal fouls lang yun eh. So dito natin may kita na iba talaga yung philosophy ng bawat coach, kasi si Coach Bonitan, nung 3 fouls si Brent Paraiso, pinasok niya agad in the 3rd quarter.
Again, different strokes for different folks. Ika nga, Anton, you make sure if you're Coach Bonitan, if you want to give your player the trust and the confidence that they're not going to make any more mistakes. While ito namang si Coach Oliver Bunya, obviously sometimes you want to play it safe also, because a player with the caliber of Cosejo hindi pwedeng mawala ng maaga. Kasi nga naman wala kang ibang option eh. So you want to keep your cards to yourself and make sure you use it when you need it.
These are dangerous times for the Red Lions. Coach Topex, as they're only holding on to a 2-point lead, JB Bajo gets the basketball across the half-court line.
That was a good stop coming from EAC, trying to delay ang possession para sa kupunan ng San Beda, but Enot has a different plan. That's a good stop coming from Luciano, and now we see EAC running that basketball.
5-on-4 advantage. Baloa, Luciano, pinasa dito kay Tolentino, wala. And that's going to be a foul by Maguliano.
That was a good foul coming from Maguliano, knowing that you don't have the numbers, and you'll see like a sea of red attacking the basket, stopping the momentum, and now challenging itong San Beda to play half-court defense.
All right, we will take a break. San Beda leads EAC 56-54.
Hasn't been easy lately, so we're here to make your day, featuring amazing, funny, and heartwarming stories to bring you something bright and sweet and get you dancing through tough times. Simple joys that remind us of the many reasons we can still smile. Cleanse your timeline with Make Your Day. Join us on YouTube and Facebook and share your stories too. Let's spread more awesome, wholesome content out there. Make your day!
Mabilis magbago ang mundo at ang daming naiisip ng tao. Hatid ng Next Now ang latest sa science and technology, maging updated sa groundbreaking inventions.
Hello there.
At mga makabagong solusyon.
6 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in this game. San Beda nauna kontra sa EAC. At sa puntong ito, puntahan muna natin si Julia Ong.
Martin and Coach Tove, sabi nga ni Co-Captain Peter Alfaro sa kanyang teammates ay huwag magmadali at relax lang. Focus tayo at execute natin ang plays natin ng maayos. The San Beda Red Lions should not take the EAC Generals lightly for they can surprise you with their aggressiveness. Kaya paalala ni Coach Yuri sa kanyang kupunan ay involve everybody. Do not force your shots and maintain your good defense. Pakinggan kaya ito ng Red Lions para sa kanilang bounce back win? We'll soon find out. Back to you, gentlemen.
The problem is the ball might bounce the other way if they cannot prevent EAC from getting those 50-50 balls. Kasi sa ngayon, pwedeng maagaw ng Generals itong laban na to kontra sa San Beda.
What's good about EAC right now, the intensity and energy that Davis was talking about earlier, they're doing it on both ends of the court. They're being active, making sure it's going to be harder, but itong si Bayo have other plans, protecting on that basket now with San Beda with a 4-point lead.
Another power forward who's great with those one-handed shots from close to the free throw line. Cosejo on the drive. Not Cosejo could not finish.
That was a good, almost easy basket from Cosejo, eluding the defense of San Beda. Now Bayo making sure to follow up on that shot, missing on that basket, and now EAC on the run.
This is Mac Baloa. Baloa. Luciano wants to post up Enot. Slipping and sliding was Enot coming up with a steal.
Winston Enot not only scoring for San Beda but providing that energy defensively just when Coach Yuri Isqueta needed it most from one of his leaders.
Kwekute to Enot. Career game today. Enot on the drive. Tony Enot continues to add to his career high. Tony Enot now has 21 points.
21 points. It is a hard-earned basket coming from Enot, making sure to kind of buckle up the lead for San Beda already with 21 points.
Spinning out of control was JP Maguliano. Enot for three. Enot misfiring. Luciano comes up with a board.
He checked there for Enot. Obviously, you want to write off your momentum, Anton.
Baloa. Baloa. Maguliano. Tolentino for three. And Bajo secures the loose ball.
San Beda there dodging another bullet. Maguliano keeping that basketball alive for EAC.
Hopia, 6'8". Can't teach height.
You gotta give credit to JV Bayo. He could easily have taken that shot, Anton, but he opted to pass the ball to his teammate who's wide open.
Oh no. And this is a second unnecessary foul by Cosejo, who clearly moved his shoulder. And we're gonna see it here. Napakalinaw. Now this is where things change for Nat Cosejo. We've been raving about him since the All-Star game. Now the focus is on him, and he's got to be able to handle all the attention.
It's not really about his offense or his scoring that we are kind of questioning right now, but all those extra movements that he commits earlier. He got a call with a double foul. Ito naman, illegal screen. So, kailangan Cosejo should really make sure to handle his emotions and because he's one of the guys that these guys are expecting to score. Enot now with that move. Already with 23 points for San Beda. Seeing that move. Ano matawag natin doon na to? Na hop and skip and a hop and a skip?
I think you liked how he demonstrated that hop and skip after he did the real hop and skip on the fast break. Tony Enot's confidence is on another level right now. And Cosejo has lost his touch. It's not this. It's what he did after. But you gotta love it. Just treating Maguliano like a cone. Dinaanan lang. At ayun na nga po.
Ayun. So what he did on the right, he showed on the left. Now without the defender. That's a good move. Magaya nga. Sana wag nakikita to ni Bo Belgo. Baka gayahin bukas. Sasabihin ko, patirin pagka ginanon.
Tony Enot, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals a career game, Coach Topex.
Solid numbers coming from Tony Enot. This is what we need, Anton. If you have one of your guys, struggling right now, talking about Kwekotay, somebody has to step up. And again, Tony Enot stepping up to the plate, taking that responsibility away from the other leaders of San Beda University.
There you see the numbers on your screens. 4 na beses pa lang nagmimintis itong si Tony Enot.
As we are talking about Tony Enot now, obviously having a career hard ball game, but we have to give credit also to the big men of Coach Yuri Escueta, talking about itong si Hopia and the guy that you see shooting the free throw right now. He's really been solid. Quiet performer itong si JP Bayo. Talaga namang showing the leadership para sa kanyang koponan. Yun nga lang, masyadong nagbabad sa free throw line. Kaya natawagan ng violation. And you rarely see a player being called for 8 seconds sa free throw line.
What a nightmare of a fourth quarter for the Generals. 1 out of 12 from the field. Liwag, floater.
This is what we're talking about, Anton, how scary is gonna be for Liwag, because you have a 6'4", a 6'5" guy, finishing from the outside and attacking to the basket, as we see this possession now for EAC.
Baloa, binigay kay Cosejo. Liwag recovers the loose ball. Liwag wants to attack. Liwag spins. Liwag puts it up and in. Allen Liwag.
Allen Liwag finishing off of that basket. He could opt for a 3, Anton, but decided to go deep in the paint. Now EAC trailing by 7 points.
This is James Kwekotay. Kwekotay. Bounce pass, Alfaro, sukal-pal ni Liwag, buhay pa ang mga general. Baloa, aatake. Baloa throws the ball away. Enot all the way. And you have to wonder why they did not give the ball to Allen Liwag when he was clearly trying to do things on both ends of the court. The lead of San Beda goes back up to 9.
Actually creates a huge impact.
Tunghayan ang episodes online dahil sa GMA News and Public Affairs Digital. We show you what's next now.
Are COVID-19 vaccines safe? What is climate change? Because information is crucial, we're giving you all the facts that you need.
Anong mga lugar sa Pilipinas ang COVID-free?
Introducing Need to Know, a weekly explainer series from GMA News and Public Affairs.
Here's what you need to know.
Here's what you need to know. Here's what you need to know.
Watch Need to Know, available on GMA News Facebook page and our YouTube channel.
Winston J. Enot. That is his name. Doing a little Russell Westbrook celebration. And I'm not talking about the Lakers, Russell Westbrook. I'm talking about the Thunder MVP, Russell Westbrook.
Why do you have to go back to the Russell Westbrook?
Are you a Lakers fan too, Coach?
I'm a basketball fan in general. If you're gonna ask me, Mr. Anton Rojas, and I think Martin Antonio doesn't like what you just mentioned.
Martin Javier is the Laker fan.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Martin Javier excluding the Lakers from your conversation, wherein you could go further ahead of your kwento.
Gosa has to shoot.
Wow.
Gosa. Okay. This one's not over yet, Coach.
Yeah, it's a good play coming from the coaches of EAC off of the timeout, but Gosa shouldn't have fouled itong si James Kwekotay.
Gutsy shot here by Art Gosa. Napakalayo.
Ito ngayon ang question doon, Anton, as we see James Kwekotay on the free throw line. When you call timeouts in games like this, should you remind your players that it's already on penalty, or it should be something that they should be aware of? Kasi nga naman, you see I hope Cosa knows that they're in penalty, because that's, you foul somebody 90 feet away from the basket. You just didn't foul somebody, you fouled the best player of San Beda. And I'm sure now in this timeout, Coach, Coach Oliver Bunye will discuss things over.
Those reminders will definitely have to be made now as they talk things over with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go.
Information? Yung pala almost more than a minute na pala ako hindi humihinga. Watch GMA News in Public Affairs. Stand for truth.
The digital newscast where you can find the biggest stories of the week.
Binabaril kami talaga pag nasalaot kami. So kami, ano ang laban namin doon?
Dalawang ranger po namin ay pinagpuputokan po ng baril.
In-depth documentaries on issues, special reports,
and analysis on local and global affairs.
Mukhang hindi naman seryoso si Presidente na terminate yung MBFA.
Na wala tayong asahan sa Western Pharmaceuticals kasi nabili na yun eh.
That matter for every Filipino.
Oh. So,
gusto na lang daw po niyang umuwi na. Doon na.
Alright, silipin natin ang mga laban bukas. We have Arellano versus LPU. And we want to stress this because there was a change in the schedule. So, mauna na yung Arellano at JRU. Finally, mapapanood na ulit natin ang JRU. And then at 3 p.m., second game, the Benil Blazers will play the JRU Heavy Bombers. Excuse me, JRU pala sa second game kontra sa Benil Blazers. First game is Arellano versus LPU.
A lot of changes in our schedule. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be exciting for the basketball fans in general because magbabalik na itong JRU.
Yeah, JRU has not played, Coach, since October 7.
Yeah, that's a long wait for you if you're JRU. It could work for you, or it could work against you.
Cosa for 3. Art Cosa cuts the San Beda lead to 5. But this is what you were just saying, Coach Topex.
Again, we were talking about it, and I'm sure it's something that the coaching staff addressed sa kanilang timeout because, again, nabaliwala yung 3 points mo doon, Anton. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. You have to put the energy and intensity sa tamang panahon because, again, back-to-back fouls because naging over-aggressive.
I've been looking at Alan Liwag. Nakikita ko talaga yung desire niya manalo dito sa game na to. He's just confused as to what's happening. As we see, I'm not sure who this is.
I think that's Enot.
Wow.
Kasi naalala ko yung sapatos niya, colorful yung may pink. Kasi nung nag-hop skip and I hope it's nothing serious. But kanina pa siya may iniinda, Anton. Actually, at the start pa lang ng ating ball game, nag-habol na itong si Enot. So, it could be fatigue. We wouldn't be surprised because obviously he's really been putting in so solid numbers for San Beda University there.
Yeah. Tony Inot today, 28 minutes, 25 points. That's a career high. 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. So yan po ang ginawa ni Tony Inot para sa San Beda dito sa laban na to. Maguliano, Miloa, rebound, Kwekotay. And Kwekotay is just waiting to get fouled. Alfaro also waiting to get fouled. Cosejo. Baloa. And Alfaro picks up the loose ball. Kwekotay throws it up ahead to Justin Sanchez. Sanchez could not finish. It's EAC basketball, but Sanchez steals the ball away from Liwag. That was wild. So ito yung huling puntos ni James Kwekotay. Kwekotay with 13 points in this game. Kwekotay just milking the clock. And this one's over. Team's already shaking hands. Pero may oras pa na 1.4 na natitira.
The referees are still, obviously, there's still 1.4 seconds left in this ball game. Yes, pwedeng alam mo na rin kung ano yung magiging result nito, Anton, but you wanna finish. Kaya nakita mo si Sir Jude, hinahatak doon kanyang mga coaching staff. Nandun na sa kabilang side eh.
Team manager Jude Roque was ready to sing the alma mater hymn already.
I mean, usually kasi, Anton, based on experience, pag mga ganito eh, I mean, they just let the time lapse. So, referees making sure na meron pang opensa. Well, nakatira pa itong si Cosa. So, ngayon, magkakamayan pa ba? Eh, nakapagkamayan na kanina. Practice lang yung kanina. So, rehearsal. So, now, tuloy na natin.
There you also see former San Beda team captain and assistant coach Alex Angeles. Former coach Boyan Fernandez, of course. Coach Jenkins Messina is also there. San Beda bounces back from that defeat against Perpetual in the last game. Team manager Jude Roque somehow already has a piece of the stat sheet. He never stops working, coach.
Yeah, that's why everybody has a lot of love and respect for Sir Jude Roque. Again, congratulations to the San Beda University Red Lions. Exciting times for this team, especially they're gonna play, I mean, CSB this coming weekend.
kapuso, you just heard the alma mater hymns of both EAC and San Beda. Nagtagumpay ang Red Lions kontra sa Generals 74-62. And with me and Coach Topex Robinson right now is the winning coach, Coach Yuri Escueta. Coach Yuri, congratulations. Ang una sinabi ni Coach Yuri, pag-akit niya dito, pinag-usapan niya yung rebounding. So pag-uusapan namin yan. Are we staying on or are we going to take a break? We have Coach Yuri Escueta with us. I think we're going to stay on. Okay, Coach Yuri, I was looking at the rankings of the rebounding. Number 2 kayo, ang EAC is number 8. But we look at the game stats, you only had 2 more rebounds as compared to that of EAC. What can you say about that?
Well, it's really energy and effort. So we really have to match teams whenever we play them. Because even the perpetual game, we had a hard time rebounding. So I know that stats says otherwise, but during games, I always tell the players is it's a different ball game every time. So you really have to bring that energy and effort, that whatever technique we try to teach, and execute in games. Wala talaga eh. It's who really wants it more, rebounding eh. Medyo may ganun na aspect eh. So, but again, we know how important it is to rebound. It's extra possessions for us, extra possessions for the opponents. We have to give it also to EAC that they have this lineup with that Luciano and Maguliano. Hindi namin alam kung sino 3 and 4, kaya mahirap talaga And grabe sila rebound talaga.
Yeah, talking about Coach Yuri, yung rebounding and it's really challenging. You've mentioned about prior to this playing against Perpetual. So now talking about what's in front of you now, it's gonna be CSB. You know, having that kind of kumbaga yung nagkakamali ng 3 and 4. I know it's an issue for you. So how will it translate now to your game against CSB this coming Saturday?
Well, we have to clean up all of those missed box outs and the turnovers that we committed in the first half. Of course, if you're going to play a team like CSB who executes well, who gets extra possessions through rebounds also, it's going to be a difficult game for us to win. So we have to clean that up, turnovers and rebounding, if you want to have a chance against CSB.
Okay, just a little recap. Nanalo po ang Benil Blazers in the first round against San Beda. The score was 78-69. CSB is going to play tomorrow. The Benil Blazers are going to play the JRU Heavy Bombers. You're going to be watching that game, Coach Yuri. What's your approach knowing na meron pa silang laro bago kayo makalaban sa Sabado?
Well, hopefully this time in the second round, it would work for us naman. Kasi in the first round, we had the game Friday. We played them on Sunday. So sana ito naman sa amin naman sana in terms of energy and effort and sana sa amin na mag-lean, diba?
Yeah,
but again,
that's more days of preparation, Coach.
Yes, hopefully we can take advantage of it, diba? Of course, us coaches would meet, what we can do, and of course we'll watch the game against JRU.
Yeah, you mentioned about sana sa inyo naman. How big is Tony Inot for you this afternoon, Coach?
Well, sabi ko nga sa coaches namin, sinave tayo ni Tony. Sinave kami ni Tony. Defensively, the way he attacked, he made outside shots. He wanted to win. The player really wanted to win. I have to give it to him. He's really a character guy. Diba?
So he had a career high 25 points. Nagkaroon din siya ng 10 rebounds. Second quarter, talagang umatake itong si Tony. Prior to today's 25-point career high performance, yung previous career high niya was just 12 points, Coach Yuri. Is this something that you foresaw na mangyayari down the road for a player like Tony Inot?
Well, if you see Tony in practices, you won't be shocked with the way he plays now in this season. He's talagang he goes hard both sides of the court defensively. He's really an athlete, diba? And he can do lots of stuff. Of course, his number one role for us that he really relishes is his defense on the defense. He really wants to take on that best player ng kalaban. So I'm very happy for him na at the other side of the court na he was able to make his shots and attack the basket.
Yeah. One more thing about Tony Inot before I let Coach Topex ask you the next question. Kasi after niya mag-layup doon, napansin ni Coach Topex nag-hop and skip siya. dinemonstrate niya yung ginawang sidestep. Pinapayagan mo ba yung mga players mo na gawin yon, yung mga antics?
Kailangan kausapin ko siya dun. Sinabihan ko na sila dyan. So, of course, sometimes you get caught with the emotion. I don't want to stop it naman.
Yeah.
But as much as possible, we want to stay humble. Diba?
While you're saying that, Anton, parang hindi ko maalala. Baka naman may ginawa to si Coach Yuri back in the days na ginaya lang ni Tony. But kidding aside, Coach Yuri, obviously we're talking about Enot. We know that James Cuecoto is struggling, but what could you say about your 3 guards in the likes of Alfaro, itong si Jacob Cortez, and itong si Comet?
Well, today, they somehow they struggled, diba? In terms of, orchestrating our team and taking care of the ball. That's why during the halftime, I told them to lessen their dribbles. Kasi minsan yung dribble namin nasusobra eh.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, pag hindi naman kayo atake, hindi galaw nyo na yung bola. So, better in the second half, we saw that ball move a little more. Medyo meron mga pilit pa rin. Kasi medyo I understand the guys, they really want to win. Pero syempre, we want to win the right way by moving that ball. Minsan kasi may perception na gusto nila pakita na manalo sila through them being able to score for the team. Diba? So we have to change that mentality, and but I understand what their reasoning behind it. So konti pang usap and konti pang turo.
Coach Yuri, as a former point guard yourself, having 3 different point guards with 3 different strengths, 3 different styles, what do you try to remind these guys to focus on and have a permanent mentality towards the game in every game that they play in for San Beda?
Well, of course, if you're the point guard, you need to be able to run what your coaches want you to run, diba? Take care of the ball, execute, diba? And be able to read what's happening, what the defense is giving you. Especially yung with this EAC team, they try to switch everything. Pagka nag-hap ka ng mismatch, di ko may makita ng mismatch kasi yung 4 ko, si Bayo, kaya match pa ng 3 nila. So, napaforce kami mag-atakein sa labas, which as much as possible, we didn't want to do. But if that's what it takes, kailangan namin gawin.
Alright, Coach Yuri, we talked so much about basketball. Now is your time to greet everybody watching right now after this win.
I just want to again say thank you to the San Beda community, the band, as always, being there to support us, the people who came to watch, the family members of the players. Thank you for supporting yung mga players, and alam ko medyo sakripisyo talaga sila kasi lagi silang wala sa mga pamilya nila. And of course, my family, hope all is well. Yun lang.
And we hope all is well as well. Coach Yuri Escueta, we're looking forward to your game against the Benil Blazers on Saturday. Best of luck with that, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank
for
you.
today.
Thank you.
Great talking
Thanks,
with
Coach
you.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we will talk to one of the point guards of Coach Yuri Escueta, Peter Alfaro, who is with Julia Ong. But we'll take a break first. Magbabalik po ang aming coverage ng NCAA Season 98 dito sa GTV.
Empowered by young producers and innovative mobile journalists.
Catch us at GMA News and Public Affairs TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube channels. Stand with us, stand for truth.
Hi, surprise guest!
Long.
Surprise guest, ikaw ba ay into politics din? Isa ka bang artista, singer, vlogger? Surprise guest, ikaw ba ay isang artista?
Pwede.
Politiko?
No.
Athlete?
Yes!
Surprise guest, is that you, Kylene?
Yes
Wow, tumama ako, yay!
Ipay.
Igan, grabe ka!
Congratulations on your new program.
Ate V!
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I did...
Papatuloy ang ating post-game coverage dito as we take a look at the numbers of this San Beda win against EAC. The final score, of course, 72-64. Coach Topex, ano ba yung nakikita mo dito?
Again, obviously, it's really been a close game. EAC giving San Beda Red Lions a run for their money, solid performance. coming from the players of Coach Yuri Escueta there. But again, the turnovers, the field goals, the extra possessions that EAC had it's really something that they really need to address, Anton. But again, a win is a win. You're gonna take the bad with the good, and in preparation for the remainder of the season for San Beda. But EAC showing a lot of promise, Anton, playing neck to neck until that final few minutes were in. They weren't able to connect. Obviously, those fouls are gonna be obvious that I'm sure the coaching staff of EAC has to work on.
All right, so before we go to that interview with Peter Alfaro and Julio Ong, kailangan muna natin kausapin ang ating player of the game, Tony Tones. Ayon kay Coach Yuri Escueta, we have Winston J. Tony Inot with us. Congratulations, Tony. Career high 25 points. May kasama pang 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Ano ba ang ginawa mo at gantong klaseng laro ang linabas mo today kontra sa EAC?
Yun nga, kailangan namin kasi galing kami sa talo, kailangan ko mag-step up sa team. Kasi every game naman kailangan namin manalo as much as possible, makukuha namin yung W.
That's again, we've mentioned earlier Tony Tones. At the start of the ball game, we know that the other guards or yung ibang teammate mo is struggling. And how does it mean na makatulong ka when kailangan ng energy ng yung mga teammates?
Yun nga po, kasi galing kami sa talo, tapos yung mga veterano namin hindi masyado hindi pa masyado maka-score, kaya yun, binigay ko yung best ko para sa team.
Nakita natin yung mga highlights mo, Tony. Grabe, non-stop, lahat ginawa mo, step back, rebound, coast to coast, eto, cut, layup, acrobatic drive. Kanino mo ba pinapattern yung laro mo? Kasi tubong Misamis Occidental ka. Meron ka bang iniidolo growing up at gantong klaseng laro yung pinapakita mo?
Actually po, ang idol ko po is si Jamoran po.
Jamoran?
Natuto ko po sa yung lipad niya, yung mahabang lipad.
Bakit Westbrook yung galawan mo dito? Ayan, ano yan? Hindi naman Jamorant yan.
Idol ka din mo si Westbrook dati mo.
Idol mo dati. So ngayon hindi mo na idol.
Si tama ko.
Oo, tama.
Tatama ko, coach eh. Idol niya yung OKC na Westbrook, hindi yung Lakers na Westbrook.
Opo.
Ito, Vince Carter yan
Brum po yan, brum.
Sino ba talaga ang idol mo? May Westbrook, may Vince Carter.
Kaya
pero vroom pala. Dito si Hammer.
Sinabi kanina ni Coach Yuri, Tony Tones, ikaw nang bahala. So meron bang something? But again, going back to the game, Tony, I'm sure it's something that you want to move forward to. You're gonna play CSB this coming Saturday. How does this translate itong pagkapanalo nito in preparation for Saturday's game?
Yung panalo po namin ngayon, dadalhin po namin sa next game namin. Yun, ibigay ko pa rin yung best ko para sa team.
Okay, ito bukas maglalaro ang Binild. Kalaban nila JRU. Meron ka bang papanoorin doon para ma-prepare mo yung sarili mo para sa game nyo sa Sabado?
Meron po, yung mga shooter po nila. Kasi kailangan ko po yung depensahan. Kasi ako po yung isa po ako sa defensive player sa team, kaya doon alam ko yung si Coach Yuri, doon ibabantay sa akin.
Okay, Miguel Ocson, Robbie Naive.
Yan po.
Kamusta naman yung experience mo na nakalaban mo sila sa first round?
Mahirap po bantayan siya, si Ocson po. Kasi biglang i-step back. Hindi makabantayan eh.
So it's gonna be something that's gonna be exciting para sa Koponanis. Hindi lang po si Tony Inot, but the rest of the San Beda team. Especially, ang laki ng bagay nito, Anton, that they came off a win.
Grabe yung matchup na yun. Kasi, syempre, si Tony, iba na siya ngayon eh. Hindi na ito yung first round na Tony Inot after what he showed today. So, excited ako makita yung laban nila ni Miguel Ocson sa Sabado. Okay, Tony Tones, pwede mo na batiin lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon.
Binabati ko po mga family ko, lalo na mama ko kanina, and girlfriend ko, then papa ko sa Cebu, mga kapatid ko, and sa mga Mindanao noon, sa Tugas, Balyangaw, amping mo dia always, thank you sa suporta, and sa San Beda community.
Pero ano talaga yung province mo? Misamis Occidental talaga?
Misamis Occidental po.
Okay, pero yung tatay mo nasa Cebu?
Opo, nagtatrabaho po doon.
Okay. Shoutout sa tatay at sa buong pamilya. Buong pamilyang Inot. Congratulations. Tuloy-tuloy lang, Tony.
Opo. Salamat po.
Vroom, vroom. Pati si Coach Topex na papa-vroom mo, nagugulat ako dito. Okay, punta na natin si Juliong.
Thank you, Anton and Coach Topex. Kasama ko nga ngayon si Peter Alfaro. So, Peter, first of all, congratulations sa bounce back win nyo today. Alam naman natin na galing kayo sa talo. So, ano kaya yung mga naging adjustment nyo coming into today's game?
First off, after nung talo kasi medyo naging down kami. So, yun nga, me and my teammates tsaka yung management, nag-usap-usap kami na we have to wake up talaga. Kasi pagdating sa Final Four tsaka sa finals, kailangan namin mag-step up. Yung adjustment namin is you have to play harder talaga on defense. Tapos yung rebounding game namin yun, we have to step up on it. Yan.
So, kinoconsider mo ba na yung pag-uusap nyo naging part ng motivation mo para sa larong ito?
Siyempre, kasi alam mo yung San Beda community kasi tsaka yung team parang family na kami dyan . So, we're open sa mga criticism din tsaka sa mga opinions ng mga teammates namin. Yan.
Kanina, Peter, binabanggit mo kanina kay Alex Vicer na pwede mo bang sabihin na naging motivation mo yung mga basher? Kwento mo naman sa amin, ano mga basher yan? Sino ba yan?
Siguro yung mga nagbabash lang sa amin na nagda-doubt na we won't make it to the Final Four, the finals. Kami kasi as a team, we're sticking together. We're keeping our family close talaga. Kung ano may nangyari sa amin lang yun. Tsaka alam naman namin we're giving our 100% talaga each and every game for the San Beda community. So, we're still thankful for them talaga na all-out support sila sa amin. Yan.
Peter, ano na lang message mo para sa mga basher na yan?
Siguro, keep hating on us because it gives us more fire talaga sa whole team ng San Beda. So, nagpapasalamat pa din kami sa inyo kasi kahit nandiyan kayo, gusto niyo lang matuto kami. Yan.
Tama naman. Anyway, Peter, nanonood pala yung parents mo dito live. Galing pa sila ng Zamboanga at pinanood ka. At alam mo ba, may tanong pala yung mommy mo para sa'yo. Para sa kanila daw ba yung laro mo ngayon?
Siyempre, para sa kanila talaga. Kasi all the way from Zamboanga, sobrang thankful ako sa kanila ever since I was a kid. Si Papa, si Mama, Kuya ko, tsaka si Jo Marie, they were the ones who molded me hanggang kung sino man ako ngayon. So, siyempre para sa kanila talaga to, each and every game talaga, for my family. Yun.
And Peter, may tanong din pala yung college friend ko. Kailan ka daw ba uuwi ng Zamboanga?
Siguro after we win the championship.
Okay, so Peter, baka may mga gusto kang batiin, go ahead.
Binabati ko yung family ko nga dyan. Sa Zamboanga, yung family ko na nandito. Tapos yung the whole San Beda community, maraming salamat. Sa girlfriend ko kay Gab, kay Sandy, sa family niya. Sa mga tauhan namin sa Alavar, maraming salamat. Kay Gideon, kay Matthew sa The Third Fitness Lab, maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you Peter.
Thank you.
Now, back to the panel.
Nakakatuwa, Coach Topex, when we see the parents of the players come here from the province para supportan ang kanilang mga anak.
It's a blessing to really have that support group. Kagaya nga sinabi ni Peter, it's a blessing to have mom and dad, tsaka yung mga kapatid niya, it's really been supportive of him. I know Marcos, sa kuya nila yan, since high school yan, si Peter, talagang nagpapalitan yan . Yan yung tumata yung second father para sa kanilang pamilya.
So there you have it, Peter Alfaro and the San Beda Red Lions winning today against the EAC Generals 72-64. And when we come back, we will continue our post-game discussion with some interviews. So don't go away, keep it right here on GTV.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personnel.
72 for San Beda, 64 for the EAC Generals as we are still here inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center sa lungsod ng San Juan as we continue our post-game discussion. Anton Ross together with Coach Topex Robinson. Now, let's take a look at the updated team standings after the events of today. Of course, earlier, Mapua defeated Perpetual. Nakapag-bounce back ang Mapua at ang San Beda naman nakapag-bounce back, beating EAC, but you know, the Generals were deadly until the end.
Yeah, you have to give credit also for the EAC Generals not giving up, giving themselves a chance to win as we look at the standings right now. Itong San Beda slowly also inching in to that top 4 spot, while tomorrow is going to be special for the CSB Blazers and the JRU Heavy Bombers. JRU has a lot of catching up to do, Anton, but they're in a good spot right now because they're riding off also of their momentum. Maganda nga naman yung pagtatapos or the latter part of the first round para sa koponan ni Coach Louie Gonzalez.
Okay, para sa lahat ng mga nagtataka, bakit 5-2 lang ang kartada ng JRU? Coach Topex just mentioned they have a lot of catching up to do. May 2 laro po sila na na-postpone. And one of those 2 games will take place tomorrow. Yun ang laban nila against the Benil Blazers. Kaya 5-2 po ang kanilang kartada ngayon. Okay, Bailey's Akot is at courtside with the biggest hopya ever. 6'8" Cliff Hopya who had that big block earlier. So let's go to Bailey's right now.
Thank you, Anton. And buti na lang nakupo kami ni Clifford Hopya dito kasi this guy is tall, man. So Clifford, salamat din at nandito ka para sa yung oras mo. Congrats on the win, first of all.
Thank you.
So Clifford, syempre you're not yet on the starting role and you're yet to enter that starting role. Sa laro mo, ano yung masasabi mo yung pinaka-win-work on mo for you to earn that spot?
Sa akin kasi, yung role ko sa team na to is rebound at depensa ko lang. So, yun, pinapalakas ko yun, lalo yun para mas ma-master ko ba yun, tas yung finishing ko sa ilalim. Kasi yun yung parang pinaka-madali para sa akin sa ngayon.
Sa ngayon, you've been working on your finishing, but kanina na-mention ni Anton yung block mo. How does a big man, kasi ako, obviously, di kami makaka-relate yung mga manlalaro na maliliit dito sa basketball world. As a big man, pinapractice ba yun? Yung mga blocks, paano ba pinapractice yung supal?
Court awareness lang, lalo na sa defense. Kasi parang ako yung last line of defense sa isang team. So, yun, hinihelp ko lang yung team na ma-block yung mga layups, ganun.
So, ini-embrace mo yung role mo as one of the defensive anchors of the team. Balikan natin yung laro natin kanina. Madikit yung laro, up and down, although hindi nakakadikit yung EAC, but they had their runs. Ano yung sinasabi ni Coach Yuri or ng coaching staff na tumatak sa inyo na to stay in the game, to keep the lead?
Minimize lang namin yung turnovers, tapos box out kami kasi parang gigil din yung kalaban namin, tapos maintain lang namin yung intensity namin sa laro para ma-survive namin tong larong to kasi crucial na lahat ng laro para sa amin.
You mentioned na crucial na yung upcoming games nyo. How important is this game sa inyo given na nanalo kayo? Will this give momentum for the upcoming games?
Hopefully po na na tuloy-tuloy na yung panalo namin kasi yung target namin ngayon is sa top 2 para medyo hindi kami ma-pressure lalo sa mga upcoming games namin.
So personally ikaw, given the performance that you had today, were you satisfied or you think na medyo may konti pang pwede pang magawa?
Feel ko mas may pwede pa akong maitulong sa team ngayon Pero sa ngayon parang happy na lang kami na nanalo kami ngayon, pero bukas parang focus kami sa next game namin. Lalo na yung kalaban namin, yung number 1 sa standings, CSB.
Yung pinakainaabangan din natin yan, isa sa mga pinakainaabangan natin mga kapuso. At it's time for you na bumati sa iyong mga mahal sa buhay. Go.
Hello nga pala sa family ko diyan sa Cebu, sa mga tito at tita ko, sa mga pinsan ko, sa mga kaibigan ko, saka sa mga tito at tita ko rin diyan sa Batangas. Hello sa inyo. Ingat kayo diyan palagi. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, Clifford Hopya, mga kapuso. Back to you, Anton, Coach Topex.
Among the 3 guys that actually the 4 guys, akala ko ang pinaka makulit would have been Coach Yuri, but he was serious. Alfaro was serious, Hopia was serious. Si Tony Inot na yung pinaka naging, very open and relaxed. And that's surprising to me considering na he walked up here suffering from cramps.
Yeah, tinulungan pa nga siya ni Coach Martin, di ba? Para lang umakyat. Pero when he got up here, he was full of enthusiasm, he was full of energy, and he was full of broom-broom. Yun yung maganda doon yung broom-broom.
Earlier, Coach, you started the day very serious, shooting everybody, and now you're broom-brooming. What is going on? Are you trying to relax for tomorrow kasi mabigat yung laban nyo ni Bo?
Again, I'm just enjoying college basketball, Anton. This is what the NCAA is all about. You become fascinated.
Yes.
Nabibigyan ka ng different perspective. You see these guys really slugging it out, fighting for that. Not obviously the wins is important, Anton, but yung pride kasi, yung isang bagay doon that money cannot buy. And I really love and enjoy being here, especially rin sa'yo. May pinakita sa aking video. Medyo personal lang because ayaw mong si Martin Martin Javier Ayaw mo talagang paniwalaan yung Lakers Sorry.
Hindi na kasi ginagawa, Coach Topex,
Okay.
yung celebration na sidestep with the Lakers. As you saw in the video I showed you, may pinakita kasi ako sa kanya Russell Westbrook. Doon nakuha talaga ni Tony Inot. Westbrook na OKC ha. Okay. Ito yung mga natitirang laro ng Generals ni Coach Oliver Bunye. Arellano, Jerry Perpetual, Letran, and San Sebastian. Definitely not an easy road, and we've been saying it all season long, Coach Topex. Pag tumingin ng mga kupunan sa kanilang schedule, hindi nila pwede sabihin na lista mo na, panalo na yan.
Again, this is gonna be a challenge para kay Coach Oliver Bunye. But again, moving forward kasi, Anton, this is gonna be the passing of the torch. We've talked about Liwag. We talked about Cosejo. A lot of promises from these guys, and these remaining 5 games is something that they have to look forward to. It's gonna sharpen the saw. While we're seeing Raman right now, Anton, San Beda, this is gonna be a tougher nut to crack if you're Coach Yuri Escueta.
And it starts this Saturday with the Benilde Blazers, and then of course we're gonna have that short break, November 2, back at it again. Ang mga bedista, and Julia Ong is back at it again as she is with Alex Vicer right now.
Anton and Coach Topex, I'm with Alex Vicer right now. And so Alex, first of all, congratulations for your bounce back win today.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you know what? I talked to JB Bajo before the start of the game, and he told me that you are one of the players to watch out for and should step up for the team. And you did this time. What can you say about this?
Yeah, well, as a San Beda community, it's obvious that our team hasn't been performing to the standard that we've set. Kaya kailangan talaga lahat ng players na mag-step up ngayon. So it can't be like before dati na parang 8 players will play good and then it's okay na. It's a different ball game now. The NCAA is very balanced, sobrang balanced lahat ng team. It's bilog ang bola eh. So every team can beat every team nowadays. Kaya we challenge all the big men to really step up and get those rebounds, get those points. Tapos ako, I see myself as an energy guy.
Yeah.
I don't really see myself as like get 10 points, get 10 rebounds kind of guy. I just want to get in, do my job, bump everyone, just try to do whatever it takes to get the dub and to lift up my teammates, get the energy rolling, put that tempo and momentum. Kaya that's what I tried to do today, and thankfully it worked out well.
Game for you.
Yun.
Kanina, nakita ko nagsesenyasan kayo ni Peter Alfaro tungkol sa mga bashers. Ikaw, ano bang message mo para sa mga bashers na yan?
Well, ganun talaga sa team sports. There's always gonna be bashers, but it's normal. And they have the right naman as an audience. They have the right to freedom of speech. They have the right to judge us. But we'll always just try to prove our point. Prove them wrong, and that's what makes sports wonderful. Diba? Ganun lang. Just prove them wrong. Yun lang ang
Again,
ganun.
okay. Congratulations, Alex, for this win. Do you have someone you want to greet? Go ahead.
Yeah, to all my friends back in Dumaguete, sa mga Bisaya na nagtanaw karon, kamusta? I want to greet my mom. She's in Cebu right now with my brother. Hello. My sister in the Netherlands. Yeah, Tatirma. I miss Yuli. And to all the fans of San Beda community, we promise to keep doing our best. We encourage your support and we'll keep fighting to the end. Salamat.
Thank you. Salamat also, Alex. So now back to the panel.
So ayan mga kapuso, kung nagtataka po kayo kung bakit ganun yung accent ni Alex Vicer, he was born in Bacolod grew up in Dumaguete City but has roots in the Netherlands.
Again, that's a good connection. Kaya naman iba yung accent nitong si Alex Bisser. But what I remembered from what he just mentioned, Anton, is he wants just to quiet the outside noise, which is I really love about this kid. Yes, he might not be the scorer, but he brings something different on the table and something that if you could contribute, it's going to be something that the San Beda community and the San Beda team needed at this point of the season.
Good attitude. He follows, he knows his role and he does it well and he embraces his role. You just saw our first game for tomorrow. It will be Arellano versus LPU. And then, of course, ito yung game na papanoorin ng mga bedista, Benilde. And of course, they will be taking on tomorrow Jose Rizal University, a team that we have not seen since October 7. I'm excited to see them in action tomorrow.
Definitely, it's going to be an exciting ball game. JRU riding off that momentum before they kind of short-live their games. But again, what's important is they have a chance to play against the #1 team in the league right now.
Great working with you again, partner, and good luck sa laban nyo ni Bo bukas.
Basta ako, Tony Inot, brum brum.
Iyon. Coach Topex Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, our analysts for today. And of course, we had our courtside reporters, Bailey Akot and Julia Ong, working hard at the sidelines. Of course, thanks to our director, Abed Ramos. And from all of us here at GMA and GTV, I'm Anton Roas, nagsasabing maraming salamat po. Kita-kits ulit bukas sa pagpapatuloy ng men's basketball tournament dito sa Season 98 ng NCAA. At tandaan, achieve greatness every day.